for Milne. So we'll take a break from Aloha Stadium. Hawaii with 2:38 left to play in the first half, leading 14-7.
It's a little bit rough.
Our Princess line, organic Pima cotton.
What are these?
Oh, those are our finest towels. Long staple Turkish cotton from Antioch. Like butter.
I'll take 62.
Oh.
Around here, you have to love what you drive. The plush Mercedes-Benz E500 with a 302 horsepower V8.
Next week on the best damn sports show, period. Football Hall of Famer Joe Montana, Donald Trump, and NASCAR's Dale Earnhardt Jr. Plus, heavyweight James Toney, and from the NFL on Fox, Terry Bradshaw and Howie Long. And Giant sackmaster Michael Strahan, New Eagle Hugh Douglas, and Buffalo's Takeo Spikes. Next week at 11.
On the next edition of Dig, we'll introduce you to the person who may be beach volleyball's version of the natural. Plus, Keeter hangs with the pals from Palo Alto, Mike Lambert and Matt Furbringer. Dig, Friday at 10:30 on FSN West 2.
The ultimate fantasy football show. We know who's a stud and who's a dud. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Our experts will tell you everything you need to be a fantasy powerhouse. Ultimate Fantasy Football Show returns Friday on FSN.
Welcome back to Aloha Stadium, where Hawaii is taking on Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic, a new team to Division 1A ball, but their quarterback coach, Gary Nord, not at all unfamiliar with Aloha Stadium. He was here as head coach of Texas El Paso, and a few years ago, back in 2001, his team came in and absorbed a walloping at the hands of Hawaii. His team had 7 turnovers, 2 interceptions were returned for a touchdown, 1 a 90-yard interception returned by then Hawaii linebacker Matt Wright. So Gary Nord, very familiar with Aloha Stadium, but maybe not good from his side of it, because he's definitely had some bad times here in Halawa.
Back live, the ball is given up the middle to Aaron Sanchez at 1st and 10 from the 20, and Sanchez is able to power his way, breaking tackles all the way out to the 31-yard line. Jared Allen is back in at quarterback now for Florida Atlantic. First down from the 31. And they all of a sudden have picked up the pace with the time at 2:27 left to play in the first half. Allen throws, that's complete. Christopher Hill breaks 1 tackle, but coming over and making the stop is Ikaika Kernan. He got away from Peters, but Kernan made sure he didn't go any farther. That was a 12-yard gain and another first down. Christopher Hill can really be a problem at that tight end position. First down again for Florida Atlantic as they are moving the ball. From the shotgun this time. Allen, triple wide receiver to the left. Throws, that's batted in the air, incomplete. It was intended for Christopher Hill. He was double covered on that play. Lamar Broadway was there, along with Tanavasa Moore. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Florida Atlantic 45-yard line. You see Howard Schnellenberger saying, let's pick it up. Go into the 2-minute drill. Second down from the 45. Again from the shotgun. Allen chased up the middle, throws. Christopher Hill. Christopher Hill on the sideline pattern moves all the way to the 37-yard line as he was able to elude Leonard Peters. Peters ushered him out of bounds. Another first down for Florida Atlantic.
And again, the play action pass is there for FAU. Christopher Hill is just a terrific tight end, and Leonard Peters needs to do a better job of covering him.
Danson Darius has come into the game, number 81 for Florida Atlantic, 6'5", 240, a senior out of Miami. Number 81 flanked out. Ball is given to Sanchez, finds a hole, able to knife inside the 35-yard line and get all the way to the 29. That's close to another first down, and the time ticks away inside of 2 minutes. Sanchez, 38 carries last year for 135 yards and 4 touchdowns. He appeared in all 13 games. So Sanchez, the fullback, good power running by Sanchez. Sanchez and Parker in the backfield. Shotgun formation again. Allen. Here comes the blitz. Allen throws. That's complete this time to Darius, but whistles blow, killing the play as flags fly. You have to be impressed with Florida Atlantic. This is a team that only started playing intercollegiate football in 2001. This is their fourth season of competition. That's it.
It's just amazing how good you can get in 4 years.
Before the ball was snapped, false start, offense, number 1. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Yeah, that they're this good in a short 4 years says so much about Schnellenberger and the ability, the skills he has as a coach.
So the penalty for the false start moves the ball back just inside the 35-yard line. Wide receivers, Roosevelt Bynes to the far side and Brittany Tellis to the near side. And again from the shotgun. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Hawaii leading 14-7 over Florida Atlantic. Allen to throw. That is complete to Danson Darius, but he slips on the field turf. Down he goes after a short gain. Moves the ball from the line of scrimmage, the 36 to the 33. Lamar Broadway covering on the play for Hawaii. And timeout has been called by Florida Atlantic. You have to be impressed by this team.
Florida Atlantic, that is their second charge timeout of the half.
Florida Atlantic making the transition from Division I AA to Division 1A. It will not be official until next year. So they're in that real kind of zone in which, yeah, you are considered Division 1A, but not really, because you are not eligible for any conference title on the 1A level. And because you are making the leap from 1AA to 1A, you can't go to the postseason playoffs.
But you are 1A though, right?
That's what they say. Big Island Candies wishes the best of luck to the University of Hawaii football team. Check out BigIslandCandies.com to view their latest specials. Home of the original chocolate dipped shortbread cookie. Big Island Candies from the good people on the Big Island of Hawaii.
What impresses me about this Florida team, Jim, is the amount of athletes they get, because there have to be tons of colleges going into Florida to recruit. And everybody on their 99-man roster, 95 of them are from Florida. Only 4 guys are from out of state. So they don't, their recruiting budget isn't that big, I suppose,
Third down. Aaron Sanchez is the single setback. Triple wide receiver set up to the right. Under center is Allen. Allen throws, and a look-in pattern that is complete to Thomas Parker. So Thomas Parker, number 88, the wide receiver. He missed the entire 2003 season. He was helping a person with a stalled car, and he got hit by a car and was out for the season, but he's back this year. Very resilient young man. He is flanked out to the far side. It is now they're changing the box. It is third down. And they may measure. So they will come out to see whether this is a first down with 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Howard Schnellenberger has been to the pinnacle, coached in the National Football League, and then a National Collegiate Championship at the University of Miami in 1983. 10 years at Louisville. Went to bowl games with Louisville. Went to the 1990 Fiesta Bowl, 1993 Liberty Bowl with Louisville. And here he is at Florida Atlantic.
And they get a first down, Jim, and right now with 1 minute and 11 left on the clock, Jared Allen's experience is invaluable to his team.
Parker and Sanchez back along with the quarterback Allen. Tellis is flanked to the far side. Allen looking long, throws long. It is incomplete. Intended for Roosevelt Bynes. Vines going into that corner the way that Anthony Chrissinger-Hill did, setting up the touchdown for Florida Atlantic earlier in this half. Second down and 10. Clock is stopped with 52 seconds left to play in the first half. Hawaii trying to hold off Florida Atlantic. They lead 14-7. So the same formation. Vines to the left, Tellis to the right. Allen looking, throws over the middle. Chrissinger-Hill. Chrissinger-Hill stayed at the line of scrimmage for about 3 beats and then broke over the middle, and that pass was right there. Short gain, however. Good play that time by Lamar Broadway.
And you can see that Hawaii has clearly had enough of him catching the ball. Both safeties, Broadway and Manners, were on him as soon as he caught the ball.
30 seconds left. Third down. Allen, pump fake, starts to run. They catch him at the 26-yard line. Loss on the play. Melila Purcell got him, number 98. Purcell from Pongo Pongo, American Samoa.
And Purcell, 6'5", 256-pounder out of Pongo Pongo, just relentless in his pursuit of the quarterback. It's nice to see him back in there. He hurt his foot earlier in fall camp, his right foot, and then he sprained his left ankle right at the end.
Florida Atlantic, that is their final charge timeout of the half.
So it is fourth down for Florida Atlantic. They call a timeout. They want to discuss things and the possibility. But that time you have to credit the defensive secondary for the University of Hawaii. Lila Purcell was right there to ankle tackle him for the loss. There you see Rich Miano. He is Hawaii's secondary coach. He was a walk-on to the University of Hawaii out of Kaiser High School in Honolulu. He not only succeeded at the University of Hawaii, he then succeeded for 12 years in the National Football League with the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. An amazing story, Rich Miano. So Mark Myers will come in and try a field goal from 43 yards. Embrick will hold. .43 yards. Angle from the left. 3 seconds left to play in the first half. This will be the last play. Kick is up, and it is good. So that makes it 14-10 at halftime. Florida Atlantic comes away with 3. So this team with a lot on its mind, with the Hurricane Francis impacting where they live. They have come a long way to play this game, and they are right in it. Hawaii leading 14-10 at the end of the first half. 43-yard field goal by Mark Myers. He was 12 for 15 in field goals last year. So June Jones knows he is in a game. As Florida Atlantic, as we said before, making that transition from Division 1A to Division 1. Let's go down to Russ Yamanoha with the coach.
Coach, you got to like the way your team has come all this way from Florida out to Hawaii, and it's hanging with Hawaii here now, 14-10.
Well, we're very happy to beat 14-10 at this juncture. Of course, we're very disappointed with that we've played so poorly in the first half. They're playing extremely well. Our defense has made some big plays. But this is going to be a real football game before it's all over with, and I'm proud of both teams.
What went into that decision to make a change at quarterback there in the first half?
Well, we always do that. We do that every year. We give our second unit quarterback a series in the second quarter of each game, no matter who we're playing or when we're playing. That allows us to make sure that we have somebody prepared should our first quarterback go out. I don't want all his second-string quarterbacks' time to be gotten in the mop-up of a game or the mop-up of a lost game.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot for stopping by. Let's send it back up to the booth.
Okay, thanks, Russ. It is halftime at Aloha Stadium. Hawaii leads in this game by a score of 14-10 over Florida Atlantic. More to come.
Hi, I'm Eric Estrada, and this is amazing. It's truly amazing. Beautiful beaches, gorgeous sunsets, crisp, clean air, and explosive growth. I love it. Now listen carefully, because you could be here too, right here on the beach located in Ocean Shores, Washington. Now, when I say here, I don't mean as a visitor or a tourist. I mean as an owner, a property owner.
so many things to do, bike rides.
Driving on the beach and playing in the sand.
It's very nice to take a horse ride.
The restaurants are really good. Seafood's great.
I think it's as good as you can get.
Beats California beaches any day.
We found the property here to be very inexpensive, and that's why we bought here, and we really enjoy coming here.
Ocean Shores is definitely a growing city. I love Ocean Shores.
You can go from sunrise to sunset. You're gonna love it. Washington is one of the fastest growing states in the country. The U.S. Census Bureau projects Washington to have a 41% population increase by the year 2010. Property in an ocean community is nearly impossible to find, and Ocean Shores is one of the last developments that gives you the opportunity to buy a piece of paradise before it's all gone. The good people at National Recreational Properties are so confident that you will fall in love with Ocean Shores that they are willing to fly you and a guest to see all the magnificent qualities you just witnessed on your TV firsthand. We call it our fly-in weekend. It's really a pleasant experience. You'll get round-trip airfare on a commercial airline for two, ground transportation, beautiful hotel accommodations, and of course, your personal tour of the beautiful home sites you just saw at Ocean Shores. Take advantage of this offer. Write this number down, then give us a call. Come visit this incredible ocean community for free. Start planning your future by owning Washington real estate.
We are at halftime at Aloha Stadium, 14-10, Hawaii over Florida Atlantic. Timmy Chang came in to this game tonight, needing 2,218 yards to break the all-time record of Ty Detmer. In the first half, Chang was 19 of 29 for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. So at the moment, at halftime, he needs 2,073 yards, as everybody will be in the numbers game watching him count down toward the all-time record held by Ty Detmer, over 15,000 yards in a college career. A close game. Hawaii leading at halftime by 4.
Want to improve your soccer skills and make soccer more fun? Introducing the ultimate soccer trainer, StarKick, a brand new way to get more touches and play better soccer. StarKick attaches easily to your waist and fits any size soccer ball. And the sturdy elastic cord brings the regulation soccer ball back to you again and again with realistic play action. You can practice hands-free footwork like inside foot passing, outside foot passing, dribbling, in-step shooting, trapping and receiving, long shots, goalkeeping and ball handling, even your overhead throw. StarKick allows for you to stretch your skills to the limit.
StarKick has given Dylan more power on his shot, better coordination on the ball, and much more confidence in his game.
StarKick gave me better reflexes and definitely more power.
StarKick's elastic band adjusts easily for close order drills, or let it all out for kicks up to 18 feet. With StarKick, you'll see your game improve, guaranteed.
My team has greatly improved with StarKick. This is a product you use at any age group.
No more marks on the wall. No more chasing balls into the street. StarKick comes complete with waistband, elastic cord, air pump, and regulation soccer ball for just $24.95. Call within the next 10 minutes and get a whole year of Sporting Kid magazine free with your order. And StarKick comes with a 100% play better soccer guarantee. If you don't see an amazing improvement in your child's game, simply return StarKick for your money back. Order 2 or 3. StarKick is a great gift year-round. Stretch your skills to the limits with StarKick.
If you want game, get StarKick.
Have your credit card ready and call to order your StarKick right now. StarKick's a great way to improve your soccer playing skills, guaranteed. Be sure to buy 2 or 3. StarKick makes a great gift for everyone who plays soccer. And when you call within the next 10 minutes, you'll get a 1-year subscription to Sporting Kid magazine free with your order. Stretch your skills to the limits. Call and order your StarKick right now.
We're down here on the Hawaii sideline. You know, Hawaii head coach June Jones brought a lot of changes to Hawaii, a new logo, new color scheme, a new everything, a new attitude, new passing offense. He's also brought along some new music composed by this man right here. You might not know who he is by looking at him, but I guarantee you've heard some of his work. It's Mike Post. And Mike, you put a lot of work into coming up with this new sound for Warrior football.
Well, I was trying, but how about June Jones bringing winning to Hawaii? You know, we forgot to mention winning. Guys winning, okay? So all I did was try and bring some Polynesian music to the University of Hawaii football team, which they already had anyway. So I just sort of like, you know, try to encapsulate the feeling of the islands into the music that's played on a football field.
But something a little different from you. You're used to working on television shows, but when this project was thrown on your desk, I mean, how excited were you to get this thing underway?
Well, the truth is it wasn't thrown on my desk. I grabbed it, you know. I was golfing with June in Scotland this year. I said, how come all Hawaii football games sound like every other game? And they should sound like Polynesian games, different, you know. We should play music that makes anybody that lands on this island real anxious to get away.
So when June comes to you and he says, you know, where's the inspiration come from for that great song we heard when the team came out onto the field? Sounds very Polynesian. Where'd the inspiration come from?
Right from the islands, brother, right from the wind, you know. I mean, we're saying a thing that Polynesians have been saying for 1,000 years when they go to battle. E o na toa, e. It means this is battle. You must respond. That's what this is, you know. They certainly don't need somebody from the mainland to tell them that. We got that from Polynesian people.
So you're responsible for people walking around and walking through the office, humming songs all day long. What's some of the songs that some of the shows that you've worked on that people might know for the theme song?
Well, right now I do all the music for Law and Orders. There's 4 of them on the air now. I do the music for NYPD Blue. In the past, I've done the music for Hill Street Blues and Magnum PI and the A-Team and Rockford Files and White Shadow and a bunch of different stuff. I've been doing television music for a long time, but I'm very proud to be doing some music for the University of Hawaii football team.
All right, Mike Post down here on the Hawaii sideline. We'll let you go enjoy it. Listen to your own music here. The fans are getting into it.
Yeah, we got to play it a little bit louder. You know, we got to make it really loud. But it's an evolving thing. It's going to take a little while, and I think after a while the fans are going to pick up on it. All right?
All right, that's going to do it from down here on the Hawaii sidelines. We'll be back with more from Aloha Stadium with Hawaii in the lead over Florida Atlantic. We'll be back right after this.
That's been pulverized and pressed into flakes. I call them corn flakes. Really quite delicious.
You never know when a golden opportunity will come your way, like the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Get your favorite Lexus vehicle at an incredible price.
Next, they'll be bottling water.
See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
I'm Alice Cooper. All Americans share the same concerns for our families and our neighbors. We want them to be safe, to be prepared, and to be connected. These days, we are especially concerned for our military men and women overseas. You can help these brave men and women stay connected with their families back home by participating in Nextel's Donate a Phone program.
Bring your used cell phone to the Checker Auto Parts 500 at PIR. Phones can also be donated at Nextel retail stores. Proceeds will benefit the American Red Cross Armed Forces Emergency Services.
On the next Beyond the Glory, the road to success has been anything but smooth for Donovan McNabb.
People looked upon black quarterbacks as not being smart enough.
But after proving his critics wrong, racism still smacks him in the face.
Donovan McNabb being overrated by the media because he's black.
And fuels his desire to win.
You know, it's motivated me all my life.
It's the darker side of Donovan McNabb. Beyond the Glory, Sunday on FSN.
Head-to-Head with James Brown. A 1-hour special taking you inside the private lives of today's top athletes. JB finds out why Brett Favre is still gunning for one more title run. Jay Glazer gets the workout of his life with Brian Urlacher. And Barry Zito captured on film like you've never seen him before. Head-to-Head with James Brown, tomorrow on FSN.
you seen the beauty of this land? Do you know its people? Brothers, sisters walking hand in hand. Have you seen the ocean? Miles and miles of crystal deep blue seas. You will love these islands. Nothing in the world can compare. This is aloha. This is aloha. This is aloha. This land of Hawaii. Have you seen these islands?
These magnificent islands, called Hawaii, are the world's most exciting destination, with extraordinary diversity from barren lunarscapes to dense rainforests. You haven't seen Hawaii unless you explore all 6 unique islands connected by frequent 30-minute jet flights.
Have you seen these islands? Mountain craters throwing lava in the air. Yes, it's golden sunsets, and the moon shines brightly everywhere. Colored rainbows stretch across the sky. Waterfalls so high, mountains make you cry. You will love these islands. Nothing in the world can compare. This is aloha. This is aloha. This is aloha. This land of Hawaii. Have you seen these islands?
14-10 at halftime. It's time to gander back at what happened in the first half. Hawaii able to get a big advantage here. This interception by Abraham Ilamimian. That sets up this touchdown pass from Tim Chank looking into the end zone. Se'e Pomelu. 7-yard touchdown pass. Hawaii takes the lead, but Florida Atlantic is able to come back, especially with this pass down to the 1-yard line from Jaron Allen to Sinninger Hill. And Allen, 2 plays later, able to nose it over, breaking the plane to tie the game at 7. Hawaii responds. This catch in traffic by Kominu. And then the touchdown into the end zone to Owens. So Hawaii able to survive the first half. They lead 14-10 over Florida Atlantic in a very close game.
Hi, I'm Eric Estrada, and this is amazing. It's truly amazing. Beautiful beaches, gorgeous sunsets, crisp, clean air, and explosive growth. I love it. Now listen carefully, because you could be here too, right here on the beach located in Ocean Shores, Washington. Now, when I say here, I don't mean as a visitor or a tourist. I mean as an owner, a property owner.
So many things to do, bike rides.
Driving on the beach and playing in the sand. It's very nice to take a horse ride.
The restaurants are really good. Seafood's great.
I think it's as good as you can get.
Beats California beaches any day.
We found the property here to be very inexpensive, and that's why we bought here, and we really enjoy coming here.
Ocean Shores is definitely a growing city. I love Ocean Shores.
You can go from sunrise to sunset. You're gonna love it. Washington is one of the fastest growing states in the country. The U.S. Census Bureau projects Washington to have a 41% population increase by the year 2010. Property in an ocean community is nearly impossible to find, and Ocean Shores is one of the last developments that gives you the opportunity to buy a piece of paradise before it's all gone. The good people at National Recreational Properties are so confident that you will fall in love with Ocean Shores that they are willing to fly you and a guest to see all the magnificent qualities you just witnessed on your TV firsthand. We call it our fly-in weekend. It's really a pleasant experience. You'll get round-trip airfare on a commercial airline for two, ground transportation, beautiful hotel accommodations, and of course, your personal tour of the beautiful home sites you just saw at Ocean Shores. Take advantage of this offer. Write this number down, then give us a call. Come visit this incredible ocean community for free. Start planning your future by owning Washington real estate.
When you look at this game, it was supposed to be one side and Hawaii came in as a big favorite.
Welcome back to Hawaii's game against Florida Atlantic University. It's supposed to be a high-scoring game for Hawaii's offense. What struck me is that Hawaii has struggled to put points on the board, but their defense, Hawaii's defense, has come up and played a great game and held them to 7 points. The passing yards for Tim Chang, he's 34 for 145 yards. It seems to me that there you go, their stats. The turnovers are what's killing FAU. 3 turnovers because everything else is pretty even. Total offense, they're actually leading Hawaii and they've got more first downs. The time of possession is about the same, but the turnovers, without those turnovers, it might be, the score might be in favor of Florida.
Very close in the first half, 14-10. Hawaii was posted as a big favorite here, Doug. And 144 yards for Tim Chang in passing and 121 yards for Florida Atlantic. So you can see that Florida Atlantic does not eschew the passing game. They're not just a running game. They have been able to move the ball up the field. Let's go down to Russell Yamanoa with June Jones.
Coach, first game of the season, your team up 14-10. How's things looking for your team so far?
Well, we got to play harder than they do. We knew that they were a good football team. They got some skill players that can make some plays. Their tight end's really a good player, and we're going to have to play harder than they do to win this thing. We've had our opportunities. We've dropped a few balls. Got to forget about it and go catch the next one.
The defense have made some plays here in the first half.
Yeah, the defense has. Abraham Aluminium. We've got some turnovers, but you gotta turn those things into points, and we haven't done that as well as we need to.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot for stopping by. Let's send it back up to the booth.
Okay, thanks, Russ. 14-10 as we're about to start the second half. Very even game. Florida Atlantic, one of those teams that has come a long way and is not intimidated by the University of Hawaii at all. Yes, they have given up 3 turnovers on interceptions, but they are still close in this game. It is 14-10 in favor of Hawaii. And Hawaii has suffered some injuries. Paul Mele has had to leave the game. And so you can see that the injuries are really going to be important in the fortunes of Hawaii as they go through this season. This is a team that may be deep in players, but certainly not deep in experience, as we pointed out at the beginning of this game.
Absolutely. And you talked about the turnovers. Hawaii's also struggled with catching the ball. Timmy Chang has been on the money. He's been hitting his receivers, but 2 drop touchdown passes have really hurt them. The score should actually be 28-10 right now.
So we'll see the adjustments as you look at Jared Allen. Allen coming into the game tonight. All reports were he's a very accurate passer, and that has been true, especially that pass to Chrissinger Hill down at the 1-yard line to set up the touchdown for Florida Atlantic. So Florida Atlantic, a team, as we mentioned, making that transition into Division I. And it's a crowded Division I in the state of Florida. I mean, you have Florida Atlantic in Central Florida, the University of Miami in Florida, Florida State. So we'll see what happens as Howard Schellenberger and June Jones square off here in coaching philosophies. Ready for the kickoff. Kicking off for Hawaii will be Tim Wright. Larry Taylor and Anthony Jackson deep. Taylor ran one 96 yards. Called back because of the blocking in the back penalty. This one will go to Jackson. And it goes out of bounds. So the ball goes out of bounds before it gets to Jackson. And that is not good because it will give Florida Atlantic excellent field position on their own 35-yard line. June Jones definitely not pleased with how this second half, only seconds old, has started. In fact, no time has been taken off the clock because nobody touched that kickoff. It went out of bounds. There you see Allen, 121 yards, 11 for 16. He has thrown 2 interceptions. His backup, Danny Embrick, has thrown 1. First down at the 35-yard line. Doug Parker, who was really a workhorse, is at tailback. Sanchez is the fullback behind Allen. In motion back toward the middle is Taylor. Ball is handed off. Big hole, but it closes quickly as Parker tries to explore that secondary. Covers it back to the line of scrimmage. Tanuvasa Moy there to make the stop for Hawaii.
Nice play by Tanuvasa Moy. His first year starting as a linebacker at UH. He's been the starting long snapper the last 2 years for Hawaii. He stepped up into the pocket that time, the hole, I mean, took on the block by number 35 Sanchez and then make the tackle.
Being on the play of 1, second down and 9. The ball is at the 36-yard line. Single setback is Parker. Christopher Hill in motion. This is Parker. He's caught in the backfield. Oh, excellent. Excellent play that time by Milelia Purcell.
This is a good shot of how athletic Mel Purcell is. He rushes in and he recognizes the play, that it's a running play, changes directions, and makes a nice tackle for a loss.
So a loss back to the 34-yard line, third down and 11.
And Mel Purcell was one of those highly touted recruits out of American Samoa. The number 1 recruit out of Samoa, his senior year, decided to come to Hawaii.
Third down and 11. Sanchez, a single setback. From the shotgun is Allen. 4-man pattern. Allen steps up, throws long over the middle. That is batted in the air and falls to the turf incomplete. It was intended for Brittany Tellis. Covering on the play was Lamar Broadway. That'll bring up 4th down. And Florida Atlantic will have to punt it away. 14-10, just underway in the third period.
And a nice job overall by Hawaii's defense of getting on the field and getting the offense, the opposing offense, off of it.
Mike Brown is in to do the punting for Florida Atlantic. And Dwayne Ackerblom will be the long snapper. Chad Owens deep for Hawaii. Hawaii rushing 8. Let's see how many they actually do. They rush 7. There's the punt. Oh, this is a beauty. It'll take a while to come down. Waiting for it is Owens. No fair catch. Takes it on the 15-yard line. Owens to the 20. Leaps into the air, and he is smashed back. Chris McKinley there to make the stop. 50-yard punt, an 8-yard return. And you begin to wonder now how long Chad Owens is going to last.
I can't believe he made the first 2 guys miss. The ball comes down in his hand. He's got 2 defenders right in front of him. Steps to his right, makes both of them miss. That's just incredible. And he goes up here and leaps over his own blocker, Tanuvasa Moy, right into a tackler. And McKinley just drills him.
Oh, McKinley just ambushed him in midair. First down for Hawaii on the 25-yard line, their own 25. Tim Chang goes back to work. In the first half, 19 for 29, 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. His longest 18 yards, that was a touchdown to Chad Owens. Triple wide receiver to the right side. Owens, Welch, and also Justin Rivers. Komine to the far side. First down from the 25. Chang with time. Throws long over the middle for Komine. Almost picked off, almost intercepted by Cameron Rogers. So Rogers, who has been called for 2 interference penalties in this game. Boy, you almost had the light shine on him there.
And Timmy Chang, he's been on the money tonight, but it looks to me that he's somewhat impatient. He's a little impatient because the underneath routes, the short stuff, have been open all night. but he's been going along, and that time he almost paid for it.
I mean, he did have time to wait even longer. Wait for the pattern to ripen. Second down and 10, the ball at the 25-yard line. Brewster, the setback by Tim Chang. Chang backs up, looks, sideline pattern. That's complete, going for the first down. And getting the first down is Gerald Welch. Welch with his first catch of the season last year, 43 catches, 462 yards, and 4 touchdowns. One thing about Gerald Welch knows Tim Chang very well. They spent 4 years at St. Louis School in Honolulu in this same offense, and they have continued in the run and shoot offense all throughout their college career. Welch was a 3-time prep All-America, and he runs his patterns very well. First down for Hawaii. Ball is advanced out to the 36-yard line, 11-yard gain on that last play. Triple wide receiver now to the left. Chang eluding, now throws long over the middle. That's Owens at the 35-yard line. First down. There was an example, Doug, of letting the pattern ripen.
Yeah, that was a deep pattern. Owens was way downfield, and Timmy Chang had all the time in the world. No pressure at all. The pattern ripened, and he hit Chad Owens right in the money, right in the middle of the field.
28-yard gain. First down. Ball at the 35-yard line of Florida Atlantic. Hawaii appears to be trying to pick up the pace with their passing. Here in the third period, 12:15 left to play, clock ticking. With it is Chang. First down. Chang rolling. Shovel pass to Brewster. Breaks one tackle. Eludes another. Gets inside the 30 to the 26 before he's double teamed and thrown down. Quincy Skinner finally halted his progress.
And that was a nice play call by UH. Kind of change it up a little for the offense and throw the defense for a loop. When Brewster gets that ball, he makes at least 3 defenders miss. He gives one a juke, another a wiggle, then he squirts through for an extra yard or so.
Brewster out of Houston, Texas, a walk-on at the University of Tennessee before transferring to the University of Hawaii. William Gray of Florida Atlantic leaves the field because of injury. Johnny Sloan is into the game. So timeout has been called. 14-10 Hawaii.
It's a little bit rough.
Our Princess line, organic Pima cotton.
What are these?
Oh, those are our finest towels. Long staple Turkish cotton from Antioch. Like butter.
I'll take 62.
Oh.
Around here, you have to love what you drive. The plush Mercedes-Benz E500 with a 302 horsepower V8.
Monday on the Sports List. Running wide, running deep, running a route into history. Find out who we rank as the greatest wide receiver of all time. Monday on the Sports List on FSN.
The SoCal Sports Report, the nightly newscast dedicated to your hometown teams, scores, interviews, and highlights. The Southern California Sports Report, after the game.
Introducing IMAX, a half hour of sports news like never before.
That void in sports news is now filled.
Diverse guests, smart analysis, and challenging questions.
It's just my opinion, but I'm right.
IMAX with Max Kellerman. Smart, funny, and always opinionated. Weeknights on FSN.
Want a weekly reminder about upcoming UH athletic events? Then subscribe to H-Mail on the University of Hawaii website, hawaiiathletics.com. Team information and schedules as well as fact-filled links are included in the weekly H-Mail. You can subscribe today. Please do. Chang now 22 of 33, 194 yards and 2 touchdowns. He is 3 for 4 on this drive for 49 yards. Second down and 1. Chang throws, And that is a leaping attempt by Rivers, and he can't hold on as he floats out of bounds. He was double covered. Rogers and Hewley back with it. Number 27, Cameron Rogers. Number 24, Willie Hewley. What an effort.
What an acrobatic move. Jason Rivers, one of only 2 freshmen to play for Hawaii last year. Look at that. He just jumps up, stretches out, almost brings down the ball, but Timmy Chang overthrew it. Even if he had caught it, it would have been out of bounds.
3rd down and 1 from the Florida Atlantic 26-yard line. 11:25 left to play in the 3rd period. Hawaii leading 14-10. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Chang throws. That is complete. With it is Dickerson inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Ross Dickerson, also out of St. Louis. Dickerson had 8 receptions for 57 yards last year. He played in 9 games. Shamari Earls, number 59, and Quincy Skinner, number 10, double teamed him. That's enough for a 1st down, and the ball is advanced inside the 19-yard line.
And I like that play they just ran. With the defense dropping back in zone, the wide receiver screen should work a lot.
So Hawaii comes out with another look. This time they flip-flop the 3 receivers. Again, an empty backfield. 3-man front. That's it for Florida Atlantic. They do rush 4. Ball again on a quick pass to Dickerson. And Dickerson, trying to pick up interference, gets inside the 15-yard line all the way down to about the 12.
And
so
that's
a new look.
And that's about how those plays work. With the zone defense backing up, you throw a small little screen to the wide receiver, he'll get 5, 6, 7 yards, and once in a while break it for a big one. But it's a really good play against a team that just refuses to come out of zone and play man.
2nd down and 4. Ball just inside the 12-yard line. Johnny Sloan has gone back into the game. He was out briefly. Ball is given to Brewster on a sweep to the 10. To the 5. Touchdown.
Just a terrific looking play by Hawaii. Brewster makes a nice run here. Absolutely nice blocking by the good offensive line of Hawaii. Take it around the right side behind Jeremy Inferrera and Raya Moenoa. You got Samson Satele pulling around. With those guys in front of you, you can't help but make a few yards.
It is now 20-10, and Ayat is in to try the extra point. Out of the hold of Milne. Waiting for the snap from center by Bryce Runge. Ball is kicked, and it is drilled through. 21-10. Hawaii with some breathing room now, with 10:08 left to play in the 3rd period. First rushing touchdown of the year, and it is credited to Michael Brewster.
Think about it. Casinos, dancing girls, swimming pools, surrounded by a sea of neon lights. We'll make millions, I tell you. What do you think?
I think you ought to stay out of the sun.
You never know when a golden opportunity will come your way, like the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Get your favorite Lexus vehicle at an incredible price.
A 24-hour drive-through chapel!
See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Wimpy has eaten 15 burgers a day, every day,
hamburger,
for the last 73 years.
Gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
That comes out to 399,675 burgers. Hey, Wimpy, you might want to pace yourself. Guacamole bacon chicken sandwich, only at Carl's Jr.
FSN West 2, home of the high school football game of the week since 1997, is going into their vault to bring you a blast from the past. Sunday night, it's the 2000 Division I championship game, where 60 minutes just wasn't enough for the Jackrabbits and Cubs to fight it out at Edison Field.
And this ball is blocked! Touchdown, Loyola!
High school football classics. Loyola, Long Beach Poly, Sunday at 8 on FSN West 2.
scoring drive, 75 yards, 8 plays. The elapsed time, 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Michael Brewster, a 12-yard touchdown run, first touchdown of the year. And on that drive, Tim Chang, 5 for 7 in passing, 63 yards, including a 28-yarder to Chad Owens.
And there you see Chang on the sideline talking to former Warrior quarterback Nick Rolovich.
Nick Rolovich was a tremendous quarterback for the University of Hawaii. He said that the run and shoot offense was a mystery to him until one day everything came together. It was like a vision. Anthony Jackson from the 3. He's dangerous. Jackson working behind the blocking up the sideline, and he finally runs out of bounds. Excellent return out over the 35-yard line. Let's take a look at this replay of the kick return.
Omega Hogan gets blocked here. You got 3 blockers right in front of him. He just does a nice job of following his blockers. He got good speed. Good thing for Hawaii, the sideline was there.
It will be first down for Florida Atlantic. The ball just short of the 36-yard line. Jared Allen remains in at quarterback. First down for the Owls. High formation. Sanchez, and the ball is kept by the quarterback. Allen goes up the sideline, and that ball is caught. What a catch! What a catch that time, because the defender, Termarian Moreland, was right there, and Moreland thought he might have pulled down an interception, but the ball was caught beautifully by who else? That tight end, Anthony Chrissinger Hill.
Chrissinger Hill just running down the field. Allen throws a nice ball, puts a lot of air under it, throws it right over the defender, right into Chrissinger Hill's hand. And they call him a tight end, but really he's a wide receiver in tight end's clothing.
Boy, what a catch by Chrissinger Hill. 41-yard gain. The ball down to the 23-yard line of Hawaii. Now the situation has changed. Ball is given on a sweep to Anthony Jackson, chased by Elamimian. And Peters comes over to help out. And even then, extra yardage gained by Anthony Jackson out of Delray Beach, Florida. Tell you one thing about Florida Atlantic. They are not going to roll over in the Hawaiian night.
And they do a terrific job of mixing it up, Jim. They'll run, and then they'll fake the run and throw a pass. It's a hard offense to defend.
First and 10. The ball advanced just outside the 12-yard line of Hawaii. Splitbacks behind Allen. Allen to throw. Chased out of the pocket. Allen still on his feet. Now throws into the end zone and throws it high and out of the reach of everybody. Hawaii chased and chased, but they were unable to get him. That'll bring up second down.
And here you see Allen, he drops back into his pocket. And this is really just a good coverage by Hawaii's defensive backfield, because there was nobody open. He finally throws it up in the area of Chrissinger Hill, who's covered by 2 safeties.
So Allen comes back from his trip to the sideline. Second down. 10 yards to go. The ball at just inside the 13-yard line. Ball is given on a sweep to the near side to Anthony Jackson. And Jackson cannot get by Leonard Peters coming up from the secondary. Also helping out Ikaika Kernan.
And a terrific job by Leonard Peters of coming up from his strong safety spot with run support and making a nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Leonard Peters, Jim, is one of those guys that say he's so fast. His 40 time might not be the fastest on the team, but on the field, he certainly gets around.
Bynes and Taylor are the wide receivers. Third down and 10. Allen is sacked. Melila Purcell. The second sack of the game.
And Allen gets this ball, and he's looking at Chrissinger Hill the whole way, who was covered by 3 Hawaii defenders. Mel Purcell makes a terrific move to get in and get the sack. So Mel Purcell, who came on really strong last year, one of the few guys with experience on a defensive line, coming up big for Hawaii's defense. 2 sacks so far in the first game of the season.
So the sack pushes the ball back to the line of scrimmage, the 16-yard line. This will be a 32-yard field goal straight on by Mark Myers. He is 1 for 1. Embrick will hold. Kick is on its way, and that kick is good. So another 3 tacked on for Florida Atlantic, and it is now 21-13 in favor of Hawaii here in the third period at Aloha Stadium.
Alice Cooper. All Americans share the same concerns for our families and our neighbors. We want them to be safe, to be prepared, and to be connected. These days, we are especially concerned for our military men and women overseas. You can help these brave men and women stay connected with their families back home by participating in Nextel's Donate a Phone program.
Bring your used cell phone to the Checker Auto Parts 500 at PIR. Phones can also be donated at Nextel retail stores. Proceeds will benefit the American Red Cross Armed Forces Emergency Services.
Next week on the best damn sports show, period. Football Hall of Famer Joe Montana, Donald Trump, and NASCAR's Dale Earnhardt Jr. Plus, heavyweight James Toney, and from the NFL on Fox, Terry Bradshaw and Howie Long. And Giant Sackmaster Michael Strahan, Blue Eagle Hugh Douglas, and Buffalo's Takeo Spikes. Next week at 11.
Fox NFL Sunday is back. See who Terry goes 10 yards with as he asks the questions nobody else would dare ask. Plus, Pam Oliver sits down with Joe Gibbs. Then, Warner and the Giants look to shock their rivals from Philly. But McNabb is ready to prove the Eagles finally have what it takes to win it all. Fox NFL Sunday returns with a doubleheader next weekend.
Mark Myers, a 33-yard field goal. They're calling it officially now. 48 yards in 6 plays, 21-13. With 7:44 left to play in the third period, Florida Atlantic will kick off. Myers will kick off. Deep for Hawaii is Ross Dickerson, number 82. Tim Chang and June Jones conferring on the sidelines before this next drive by Hawaii. Ball is kicked. Waiting for it is Dickerson. Comes up, takes it on the 6. Blockers in front of him. Dickerson breaks free at the 20. The 30. Headbutts his way past one man to the 40, all the way out to the 44. Excellent return by Ross Dickerson. 37 yards.
Well, and Dickerson, he catches this ball, and I watched him practice this. I watched him practice waiting for the wedge to develop in front of them with their new coach, Mouse Davis. He gets through and then runs over the kicker, Mike Myers, makes him pay for trying to get in there and make a tackle.
Great story on Mouse Davis. He was the inventor of the run and shoot offense, and he is running the University of Hawaii special teams, coming off an arena football coaching stint with Bakersfield in arena football 2. He's 72 years old. Chang to throw. Loops one, intended for Welch, and loops one past him out of his reach. Tahim Acevedo covered on the play. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line.
And again, Timmy Chang with all the time in the world. Just really good coverage by Florida's defensive backfield. And excellent blocking by Hawaii's offensive line.
Chang with Brewster as the lone setback. They overload the right side with 3 wide receivers. Chang looks long down the middle. He wants Rivers. Rivers unable to hold on. Good coverage on the play by Willie Hewley. Hewley right with him. Chang really had to thread the needle if he was to get it there. And another acrobatic try, that time by Rivers.
And Hewley's got some speed. He's got some skill. He tied for the team lead with 5 interceptions last year. So that play he made right there was something that he's used to doing.
So the clock is stopped with 7:24 left to play in the third period as you look at Howard Schnellenberger. 3rd and 10. Again, triple wide receiver to the right. Chang backpedaling, gets a block, more time, now throws, incomplete. He threw that into double coverage. It was intended for Komine. Covering on the play, Shomari Earls, number 59, Cameron Rogers, number 27. Earl getting up slowly, but excellent coverage, and that will bring up 4th down. And Kurt Milne will come in to punt. Milne will punt for the 5th time. Brittany Tellis is deep for Florida Atlantic here in the 3rd period. A wobbler, short punt. Lands at the 30, takes a Florida Atlantic bounce, and is finally down. Kili Nahi Noah down the ball for Hawaii. Only a 22-yard punt. So that should give an advantage in field position now as you take a look at that's Mouse Davis. Can you believe he's 72 years old? He's the inventor of the run and shoot, and he has come back and has helped out June Jones with Hawaii special teams. Let's go down to Russell Yamanoha. Russ.
You know, Jim, we're always talking about the changes that June Jones has brought to the Hawaii football program. One of those changes wears the number 61, Bryce Runge. He's the first dedicated long snapper recruited to the Hawaii football program, and he's definitely a big asset for the Hawaii special teams.
Allen to throw, that goes by the receiver and falls to the turf untouched. Larry Taylor was the intended receiver. Kenny Patton covering on the play for Hawaii. And it'll bring up 2nd down from the 34-yard line. 2nd and 10 for Florida Atlantic. Jared Allen from Edmond, Oklahoma.
And Jim, that last possession by Hawaii's offense was 3 downs and 36 seconds.
Allen's best career high, 352 yards in passing against Central Florida. 2nd down and 10, I formation. Ball is given on a sweep. Turning the corner is Doug Parker. Parker almost to midfield. He's finally bumped out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Lamar Broadway. Parker again showing his speed and wherewithal to turn that corner. 15-yard gain, and that is a 1st down for Florida Atlantic.
And Parker, this play is designed to go over the left side, right behind the fullback. Hawaii's defense steps up into the hole, and Parker bounces it in outside, has enough speed to get around Elimimian, who's a very good defender for Hawaii, and makes a nice gain.
So the ball just short of the 49-yard line. 1st down now for Florida Atlantic. Again, the I formation. Harper, number 20. And the tailback. Back to pass is Allen. Throws long. That ball is just off the fingertips of Roosevelt Bynes. One thing about Bynes, he can run. He runs the 100 in about 10-3. And covering on the play for Hawaii again was Kenny Patton. It's good to see Kenny Patton back in the lineup following all of that trouble with his hamstring. Getting the start tonight. I want to send our best regards to everyone watching tonight throughout the magnificent Hawaiian Islands. The opening of the 2004 football season. 2nd down and 10 for Florida Atlantic. Split backs behind the quarterback Allen. Allen short drop. Throws. That is complete. Chrissinger Hill. Hill is undercut as he tries to turn the corner by Tamarian Moreland. See where they put the ball. It will be short by about 1.5 yards from the 1st down. There you see Chrissinger Hill getting up slowly.
And Hawaii's got their nickel package defense in there, where they got 3 down linemen and 5 defensive backs.
3rd down. 3rd down, 1.5 yards. And the ball at the 43. They have to go just short of the 41. Allen short drop again. Throws. That is a leaping catch by Taylor for the 1st down at the 30-yard line. Kenny Patton again covering on the play. And you begin to get a sense here that they are working on Kenny Patton.
Yeah, they're picking on him. He just runs upfield. Taylor does, breaks inside and goes up for the ball. and makes a nice grab. That wasn't a very well thrown ball, wasn't a terrifically thrown ball, but the receiver made it look good.
What a catch by Larry Taylor. So the ball at the 31-yard line now. First down for Florida Atlantic. They trail in this game 21-13. Allen back to pass again. Throws wide open is Darius, Danson Darius, and he's all the way down to the 16-yard line. So we're seeing Florida Atlantic go deep into the playbook.
And Danson Darius actually looks like a true tight end, 6'5", 240 pounds. With him, along with Anthony Christian Hill, they got two really good tight ends. And what happens on a play-action pass, like we've been talking about all night, the linebackers get sucked up. The safeties didn't locate the tight end quick enough that time.
He is tough to bring down. So Florida Atlantic in the neighborhood for scoring. Ball at the 16, first and 10. Allen back to pass again. Lofts it to the side to Parker. Turns the corner. And Doug Parker steps out of bounds at about the 13. So a gain on the play of only 3. Chad Kapanui ushered him out of bounds on the far side. So it is the passing now of Florida Atlantic. And Florida Atlantic comes in with a two-pronged attack. They can also run the ball. Schnellenberger has refined this kind of offense. He's used it in the National Football League. He's used it throughout his college career. And he has installed it here for Florida Atlantic. So you see Allen, he is over 200 yards now in passing for Florida Atlantic. Allen gives the ball to Parker. Parker behind blocking inside the 10 all the way to the 7-yard line. Finally, Lamar Broadway halts his progress. But right now, Florida Atlantic on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that's just power football by Florida Atlantic. Nice block up front by number 72, their guard, Jared Smith. And a nice run by number 5, Doug Parker, who's the only tailback who actually played fullback, who has actually played fullback at Florida.
Parker just short of 50 yards now. Single setback is Parker. 3rd and 1 from the Hawaii 7. Parker on a pitch. He has room. Parker trying to turn the corner, has the first down and gets inside the 5 before the defensive secondary comes over and rolls him out of bounds. So it will be first down and goal to go for Florida Atlantic.
And I wouldn't be surprised after 2 successful running plays like that. I wouldn't be surprised to see Florida Atlantic come back and go right at their tight end, Christian Hill or Danson Darius.
You see June Jones looking at the stadium replay. Here comes Florida Atlantic. The ball just inside the 4. First down, goal to go. Single setback is Parker. Allen, the quarterback. Allen looking into the end zone, now throws. It is caught. Touchdown, Chrissinger Hill. Chrissinger Hill, the tight end. And Florida Atlantic right back in it.
And I tell you,
it is 21-19. Will they go for 2?
Here you see the play, and it wasn't he made the catch in traffic. He was covered. Allen made a very nice throw and he caught the ball.
Chrissinger Hill really becoming a problem now for the University of Hawaii defense. Chrissinger Hill 10 catches, 135 yards and a touchdown in this game against Hawaii. It is 21-19, and all of a sudden it's a very close game again. And credit this quarterback, Jared Allen. He is resilient, to say the least. Schnellenberger coaches like a government agent, doesn't he? Where's the coat and the tie? Triple wide receiver. They're going for the 2-point conversion. Allen looking into the end zone, throws. That is caught, and then unable to hold on to it was Chrissinger Hill. He had his hands on it. Started to define the catch, but he could not hold on, and it remains 21-19. Hawaii just out in front with 4:21 left to play in the 3rd period.
And I like this call by the coach because his offense is hot. His receiver was open and almost made the 2 points to tie the game, because if they kick the field goal, I mean, if they kick the PAT, they'd still be 1 point behind. It doesn't really make a difference right now at this point in the game whether they went for 1. but if they went for 2, they tie the game.
Took them only 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go 66 yards in 10 plays. 3-yard touchdown pass from Allen to Chrissinger Hill. Chrissinger Hill, as you see, over 100 yards now in receiving and 10 catches. And he is a force. Ross Dickerson, who had a very solid return his last time, is deep for Hawaii. Kicking off is Mark Myers for Florida Atlantic.
And Hawaii's going to have another chance here on offense. On the last series, they didn't run any screens, no running plays, no draws. And the defense, Florida's defense, just sat back in the zone. Timmy Chang had all the time in the world, but he couldn't find an open receiver because they had 8 guys sitting back there in the zone.
Dickerson, if you remember, had a 100-yard kickoff return against Appalachian State a year ago in the first game of the 2003 season. He received 17 kickoffs last year for a 24-yard average. And Ross Dickerson is back standing on the 1-yard line. Here's Myers kicking off. Dickerson comes up, takes it on the 2. Out over the 30 to the 31-yard line. Good running by Ross Dickerson. Dickerson running with determination on that kickoff return.
And a nice job again by the special teams and the special team coach of preparing his players to make plays like that.
So it is first down for Hawaii. They will put the line of scrimmage and mark it at the 32-yard line. The ball just short of the 32. And Hawaii must now respond. They lead 21-19. This Florida Atlantic team has come in, and they know now that they can move the ball. Hawaii can also move the ball, and we'll see what happens here. Tim Chang, 4-man rush. Chang looking, short pass, complete to Owens, and Owens is rolled down short of the first down, rolled down at the 39-yard line. That will bring up 2nd down and 3. Gain of 7. Cameron Rogers was there for Florida Atlantic.
And I like that. I like that by Timmy Chang. He takes the short stuff, taking what the defense is giving him, and he can do that over and over and over again until they come up and play some honest defense, and that'll open up the deep ball for him.
Chad Owens, as you saw, 10 catches for 82 yards. 2nd down and 3. Ball at the 39-yard line. Chang throws over the middle, wide open. Good catch by Gerald Welch. Chris Laskowski able to bang him down. That's a first down, and the ball is advanced inside Florida Atlantic territory.
And once again, Timmy Chang, all the time in the world, he's getting excellent blocking by his guys up front. And then Gerald Welch runs a beautiful pattern, makes a nice catch. His 2nd catch as a married man. He got married this summer.
We can tell him a few things, huh? Here's Gerald Welch, 2 catches now for 30 yards. Come out at 4 wide set for the receivers. First down. Ball at the 44-yard line of Florida Atlantic. Chang throws. He wants it long for Owens. And Owens unable to get his hands around it. Covering on the play, Tahim Acevedo and Willie Hewley. Double coverage. But the chance was there for Owens.
And something happened with Timmy Chang that play, because when he got the ball at the snap, he looked directly at Gerald Welch, who was wide open. And then he turned the other way and just released the ball in Chad Owens' direction. So he must have saw something with the defense.
You saw Acevedo grab it away from Owens and almost intercepted. Boy, excellent play from Tahim Acevedo. He's out of Miami. He was a kickoff returner last year, and he played in every game as a true freshman. He's talented. 2nd down and 10. Chang looks sideline, now throws sideline. That's caught to the 20, to the 15-yard line. Britton Comine.
Oh my goodness. That was just a beautiful play. Timmy Chang leading the receiver who had gotten tied up with the defender, number 22, Larry Gordon. Comine got tied up with him, and Timmy just led him perfectly, just enough to hit him in full stride for a 30-yard gain.
He waited for him to work his way by Gordon, and then really put the ball on the money, perfectly thrown.
And that's one
by
thing.
Tim Chang.
One thing he's really good at is leading his receivers and hitting them in full stride.
Ball inside the 15-yard line in motion is Komine. Hawaii leading 21-19. They need more. Chang flares it off. With the ball is Brewster. Brewster spinning and really gets banged out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Oh, they belted him over there.
And he just bounces right back up. He's one of those guys, he's so small and light, it looks like a terrible hit, but for somebody his size, it doesn't really affect him that much because he just bounces off and then bounces back up.
2:25 left to play in the third period. Hawaii knocking on the door again. They've advanced the ball to the 10. It is second down. 6 yards to go for the first down. They can get a first down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. Komine and Welsh are flanked to the right. Owens and Rivers are to the left. Ball is handed to Brewster looking for running room. The 10, the 5, touchdown.
That is the second time they give it to Brewster on the same play where they pull their left guard, Samson Satele, around. Watch Samson Satele right here. He's going to pull, block the defender inside, giving Brewster room to run around and up into the end zone.
Brandon Eaton with a good block. Second rushing touchdown by Brewster in this game. And Ayat is in to try the extra point. Milne will hold. Kick is up and it is drilled. So Hawaii now leading 28-19 over Florida Atlantic. So both teams have challenged each other offensively. Florida Atlantic came down and made it a very close game again, 21-19. Hawaii knew they had to answer back, and answer back they did.
And now we'll see what Florida does back on the field. What I'm so impressed tonight, Jim, with the play of this offensive line. And we've talked about how talented they are. Jun Jones thinks they possibly could be the best group he's had. They're talented, they've got experience. Samson Satele made an excellent block that time, and he did the same thing on the touchdown that Brewster, the first touchdown Brewster had. He's just a really good guard. I just can't say enough about them.
Brewster with a 10-yard touchdown run. Chang to Komine, 30-yard pass that helped out on that drive. 68 yards in 6 plays, 2 minutes and 24 seconds of elapsed time. Chang was 4 for 5 for 58 yards on that last drive. Central Pacific Bank sponsors the Loyalty Award by donating $100 for every touchdown Hawaii scores. Central Pacific Bank, fiercely loyal banking. Nolan Miranda will kick off. He's out of Ka'alu'u and Castle High School. Taylor, number 9, and Jackson, number 4, deep for Florida Atlantic. So both teams know they can move the ball against the other. And this game may only be just getting underway with 1:57 left to play in the third period. Ball is kicked to Jackson. Takes it on the 3. Look out, he is dangerous. Jackson over the 30, over the 40, out to the 46-yard line. That is another fantastic return by Jackson. Nolan Miranda, who kicked off, made the stop. 43-yard return.
And this is going to look identical to the return he had earlier in the game. He gets the ball, runs down the right sideline, and unfortunately for Hawaii, look at that, he's got 2 blockers in front of him, and he just keeps running, keeps low, and finally Nolan Miranda brings him down. Just a nice return by FAU's special teams.
First down for Florida Atlantic on their own 45-yard line. Ball is faked to Parker and thrown low out of the reach of Darius. Good pressure by Hawaii that time. Tala Isara was putting the pressure on. Rather, excuse me, not Tala Isara, but
Matt Fonga got in there for some pressure.
You're right. Isara would be playing offensively.
That's correct. Although he did play defensive line and then switched over.
Second down and 10. The ball at the 45-yard line. Here's Parker looking for running room. Finds a hole. Turns the corner at midfield to the 45 of Hawaii in the first down. Hawaii appeared to have him bottled up early in the run, but Parker would have none of it. So Doug Parker, a 12-yard gain. And a first down for Florida Atlantic. Talk about answering back. Kenny Patton, coming up from the secondary, finally halted his progress. So the ball now is advanced to the 43-yard line in Hawaii's territory. You see Patton on the chase. Ball again is given to Parker. Parker able to turn around the corner for another good gain inside the 40 all the way to the 36.
And what's happening on that play and the play before, Parker is running to the strong side. He's running to the right side of the center and is being plugged up by Louis Funga and Mel Purcell. So he breaks it to the backside and he's quick enough that he's got the speed to go around that way to go the extra yards, and he's small enough that he can hide behind the offensive lineman, and it makes it hard for the linebackers and the safeties to find him.
Look at this total offense. Florida Atlantic 327 yards, Hawaii 288. That is a surprise. Parker 17 carries, 73 yards now. Allen in trouble. Allen still in trouble, and finally he succumbs to the pressure. So coming in to get him was Kila Kamakaviva-Ole.
Yeah, but the two tackles, Funga and Funga, Louis Funga and Matt Funga got there first. And they're so tired, Jim. They've been on the field all night. They finally get to the quarterback, and they don't bring him down. What a shame. But they flush him out of the pocket, and then Kila Kamakaviva-Ole comes right in to lay the hat on Jared Allen.
Loss on the play back out over the 40-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 7. Big 3rd down play here for Florida Atlantic. From the shotgun. 3-man pattern. Allen rolling out of trouble. Allen looking, now throws. That is almost intercepted, almost picked off. Ilimimian again. Got his hand on it and deflected it. That'll bring up 4th down for Florida Atlantic. It was intended for Anthony Gressinger-Hill.
And Allen in trouble. Louis Funga providing the pressure. He runs out and he looks for his favorite target, but Hawaii waiting for that. Hawaii knew where he was going to go, and they had it protected.
Mike Brown in to punt. Brown has punted only once in this game, and that was a 39-yarder. Chad Owens is deep. This should be interesting, to say the least. Owens is the kind of runner that is worth the price of admission. Long time before this snap. There's the punt by Brown. Excellent hang time. Owens will let it go, and it will go into the end zone, and Hawaii will begin at the 20-yard line. 40-yard punt by Brown. So Hawaii leading 28-19 with only 6 seconds left to play in the 3rd period, and they know that if they can put together a drive and score, it will be tough for Florida Atlantic to keep pace.
And it looks like, to me, watching this game, Hawaii is a lot more successful when they mix it up, because their offensive linemen are a lot bigger than Florida's defensive linemen, and they're more athletic. So they're good at, they're doing great at pass blocking, and then when they run block, when they pull or something, it catches the defense off guard, and they're all way back in the zone, and so the running back has a good 5, 6, 7 yards before anybody is there to tackle him.
4 wide receivers. Chang goes back, lays it off to Owens. Owens trying to make a move, but then he slips on the field turf back at the 10-yard line. That's a huge loss, a loss of 10 as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. 28-19, Hawaii over Florida Atlantic. This 4th quarter should be something.
Hi, I'm Eric Estrada, and this is amazing. It's truly amazing. Beautiful beaches, gorgeous sunsets, crisp, clean air, and explosive growth. I love it. Now listen carefully, because you could be here too, right here on the beach located in Ocean Shores, Washington. Now, when I say here, I don't mean as a visitor or a tourist. I mean as an owner, a property owner.
so many things to do, bike rides.
Driving on the beach and playing in the sand. It's very nice to take a horse ride.
The restaurants are really good. Seafood's great.
I think it's as good as you can get.
Beats California beaches any day.
We found the property here to be very inexpensive, and that's why we bought here, and we really enjoy coming here.
Ocean Shores is definitely a growing city. I love Ocean Shores.
You can go from sunrise to sunset. You're gonna love it. Washington is one of the fastest growing states in the country. The U.S. Census Bureau projects Washington to have a 41% population increase by the year 2010. Property in an ocean community is nearly impossible to find, and Ocean Shores is one of the last developments that gives you the opportunity to buy a piece of paradise before it's all gone. The good people at National Recreational Properties are so confident that you will fall in love with Ocean Shores that they are willing to fly you and a guest to see all the magnificent qualities you just witnessed on your TV firsthand. We call it our fly-in weekend. It's really a pleasant experience. You'll get round-trip airfare on a commercial airline for two, ground transportation, beautiful hotel accommodations, and of course, your personal tour of the beautiful home sites you just saw at Ocean Shores. Take advantage of this offer. Write this number down, then give us a call. Come visit this incredible ocean community for free. Start planning your future by owning Washington real estate.
Top 25 college football scores coming your way. Timmy Chang now 29 for 45, 256 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hawaii with the ball at their own 10-yard line. It will be second down and 20. There you see Jared Allen. Allen has had a very good game also. Allen has gone over 200 yards in passing. And Florida Atlantic in total offense leads Hawaii. Hawaii in total offense over 400 yards last year. Second down for Hawaii. Second down and 20. Shovel pass. Ooh, Brewster just mauled. Shamari Earls was there. Earls just loomed in the grass, so to speak. Ambushed him.
And this is a shovel pass by Timmy Chang to Brewster. It's called a pass, but it's actually a run. And Brewster gets the ball, doesn't even have a chance to make a move. As soon as he turns around, Shamari Earls is right there.
Third down and 20. Hawaii comes out with 3 wide receivers set up to the left. Komine, the lone receiver, to the right. Ball is thrown long, and it is incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th down, and Hawaii will have to punt it out deep in their own territory. Willie Hewley covering on the play for Florida Atlantic. Brittany Tellis will be deep for this punt. So Florida Atlantic now answers the call, and they're able to stop Hawaii's offense. And Milne will have to punt it out of his end zone. Florida Atlantic knows, for all intents and purposes, they're going to have excellent field position. There's the punt. Line drive punt taken by Tellis on the 44-yard line. He has room. He's inside the 30 all the way to the 25-yard line. Here comes Florida Atlantic. 35-yard punt and a 14-yard return.
Yeah, and that wasn't a very good punt by Milne. It was a line drive. It didn't have the hang time, did not allow time for the gunners to get downfield and make the tackle. So when Tellis caught the ball, he just kept running upfield for that nice game for and now Florida Atlantic's knocking on the door on a 25-yard line.
14:05 left to play in the game. 28 for Hawaii, 19 for Florida Atlantic. High formation behind the quarterback Allen. Allen on a delay gives it to Anthony Jackson, and Jackson is rolled up. So the Hawaii defense able to shut the door on him. Yala Watson, number 93. Watson coming into the game as a freshman out of Nanakulu.
Yeah, and it's so hard for the defense, the coaches, because they've got to replace the experienced defensive linemen with freshmen who don't have experience. So you don't want to do it too often, but if you leave Funga and Fanga in there too long, they just get too tired to play.
Second down, 10.5. Binds to the far side, and Jackson is the tailback. Allen fakes to Jackson, looks long, throws, coming back for the catch inside the 20-yard line is Taylor. So Taylor with another reception short of the first down. That will bring up a key third down play here for Florida Atlantic.
And it's a good play action by Florida Atlantic. It freezes guys, and then the offensive line does a good job of selling the run and then pass protecting, giving Allen the time he needs to make the pass.
12:54 left to play in the game. Hawaii leading 28-19, but that lead very tenuous. Jackson and Sanchez are the running backs. Rolling is Allen, sets up, throws back. That is complete to Christopher Hill, and he loses yardage. Oh, talk about diagnosing the play. Hawaii smelled a rat, so to speak, that time, and they showed up in a hurry, and Christopher Hill made the reception, and all of a sudden his world turned green.
And we talked earlier about how fast Leonard Peters is and the closing speed that he has. When Allen releases the ball, Leonard Peters is 10 yards away. He closes quickly and makes a beautiful tackle for University of Hawaii.
So Mark Myers will come in, and he will try a field goal. And this will be a 44-yarder, angle from the right. Hawaii leading 28-19, clock ticking, under 12 minutes. Ball is snapped, placed. Myers kicks on the way, and this is good. We have a penalty flag, and we'll see whether it is on Hawaii. Florida Atlantic, that team already walking off the field, but we'll see. As we have another conference, there you see Howard Schnellenberger looking on with concern. Now they're going to go and confer with the two officials under the goalpost.
The game clock had expired. There will be a 5-yard penalty and a replay.
So a delay called against Florida Atlantic. Well, that was a 44-yard field goal. I'll tell you one thing about Howard Schnellenberger, he's seen it all. Nothing surprises him.
And you know, dead ball, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat, 4th down, with our first sideline warning to Hawaii.
Well, despite the sideline warning, it will now be a 49-yard field goal angle from the right. Danny Embrick will hold. And Myers will try it again. And he has confidence. High snap. Kick is on its way. Kick is good. Doesn't matter. That's a 49-yard field goal. 3 more tacked up, and it's 28-22 in favor of Hawaii here in the 4th period with 11:39 left to play.
You'd be able to send any package anywhere overnight. What you think, Professor? You want in?
Son, if you can wait a year for a birthday, I think you can wait a week for a package.
You never know when a golden opportunity will come your way, like the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Get your favorite Lexus vehicle at an incredible price.
And besides, people love the post office.
Yeah.
See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
On the next Beyond the Glory, the road to success has been anything but smooth for Donovan McNabb.
People looked upon black quarterbacks as not being smart enough.
But after proving his critics wrong, racism still smacks him in the face.
Donovan McNabb being overrated by the media because he was black.
And fuels his desire to win.
You know, it's motivated me all my life.
It's the darker side of Donovan McNabb. Beyond the Glory, Sunday on FSN.
On the next edition of Dig, we'll introduce you to the person who may be beach volleyball's version of the natural. Plus, Geeter hangs with the pals from Palo Alto, Mike Lambert and Matt Furbringer. Dig, Friday at 10:30 on FSN West 2.
The ultimate fantasy football show. We know who's a stud and who's a dud. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Our experts will tell you everything you need to be a fantasy powerhouse. Ultimate Fantasy Football Show returns Friday on FSN.
You can click on to BigIslandCandies.com or call 1-800-93-55510 to order your favorite treats. Big Island Candies, home of the original chocolate dip shortbread cookies and more. Ross Dickerson is deep for Hawaii. It is 28-22. Hawaii leading over a very feisty Florida Atlantic University team that has come a long way to play this game, with a hurricane swirling around its campus at Boca Raton in Florida. Amazing scenario. Kicking off is Myers. 2 yards deep. Dickerson will return it, trying to get to the wedge. Can't do it, so he angles outside. He's to the 30. He is to the 39-yard line. Another excellent kickoff return by Ross Dickerson. Casey McGahee finally halted him. 40-yard return for Dickerson.
And the ball was kicked so deep that the wedge didn't have a chance to form closer to him. They usually like the wedge to form right around 10 yards in front of the runner. That time the kick was too deep and Dickerson just makes something happen.
First down for Hawaii on their own 40-yard line. Excellent field position as they begin here this drive. Brewster, who has 2 rushing touchdowns, a single setback in that shotgun along with Tim Chang. Triple wide receiver to the right. First down and 10. Chang, short pass. That is complete. And it is Gerald Welch. Welch out to the 49-yard line, 9-yard attempt. Cameron Rogers and Quincy Skinner squeezed him at the 49.
You know, Welch, they call him a receiver, but he's built more like a fullback. And you notice when he got that ball, he leaned forward and he took 2 defenders with him. They didn't knock him back, he knocked them back.
Second down and 1. Ball just short of midfield for Hawaii. Chang gives it to Brewster. Brewster trying to get around the end, can't do it, and down he goes. Joe Walker able to sniff out that play. Walker, number 52, 6-footer, 220-pound senior from Deerfield Beach, Florida.
And what happened that time was number 92, Irvins Guerrier, followed Samson Satele. When Samson Satele pulled from his left guard spot, the defensive tackle on top of him just followed him and disrupted the play. Didn't make the tackle, but caused some havoc.
Third down and 2 for Hawaii. Chang looking, throwing. That is complete. Juggled and I believe caught by Welch. We'll see where they give him forward progress. That is very close to the first down. But I don't believe he has it.
And you know what happened, Jim, was when he caught the ball, he had the first down. When the ball hit him, he had the first down, but he bobbled it. And while he was bobbling it, he lost about half a yard. And so that's why it's close.
That will bring up 4th down in inches for Hawaii. The nose of the ball casting a shadow on the 50-yard line. 9:40 left to play. Hawaii has got to go for it. They lead at 28-22.
First charge time out of the half.
So Hawaii will call a timeout and talk things over.
Mark McGuire. They call him Big Mac. And guess what his favorite hamburger is? The Carl's Jr. $6 burger, made with 100% Angus beef. Because some guys don't like eating a pound of bread to get a half pound of meat.
No one has won more NASCAR Cup races than Chevy. And no one offers a bigger lineup of cars and trucks. NASCAR's coming to Southern California. For a limited time, add NASCAR bonus cash to get a total value of $5,500 on Malibu Max, Impala, and Monte Carlo with GMAC financing. Chevy, turn the key, start a revolution. Race to your Chevy dealer today. $5,500 total value ends September 7th.
Head to Head with James Brown, a 1-hour special taking you inside the private lives of Brett Favre. Brian Urlacher, and Barry Zito. Head-to-head with James Brown. Tomorrow on FSN.
Tonight on the SCSR, reaction and analysis after the Bruins season opener. Mark Kubica breaks down the Dodgers cards, plus NASCAR in the Southland. Jimmy Johnson looks ahead to the run under the lights. The SCSR coming at you next.
9:37 left to play. Hawaii leading 28-22 in the situation. 4th down and inches at midfield. Waiting for the play to resume here. Hawaii, let's see if Tim Chang goes under center here. Apparently he will. Could be a quarterback sneak. All he needs is inches. In motion is Owens. Quarterback sneak, he has the first down. Ducked under the right side. Able to follow Samson Satele and Derek Fa'abe, the center. So Hawaii keeps the drive alive. They're able to nose the ball to the 48-yard line of Florida Atlantic. 28-22. The Owls have come, and the Owls looking to plunder Hawaii's fortunes. They gave Chang 1 extra yard, so they move it back to the 49-yard line. That was very generous when it was at the 48, that's for sure. First down and 10 from the 49. 4 wide receiver set. Ball is given to Brewster. Whistles blow. And that halts the play. We could have delay of game.
Before the snap, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Jun Jones has seen his team perform and put up 28 points, but things have not gone according to script tonight offensively for Hawaii.
Or defensively either, Jim. The offense was supposed to come out here and just rock, and the defense was supposed to struggle. And I think the defense has done better than expected, and the offense has struggled more than people thought they would.
Good point. Very good point. 1st and 15. The ball back now at the 46-yard line. Chang steps up in the pocket, looking, throws, sideline pattern, and he overthrows by a big margin Owens. Owens was covered by Willie Hewley. They were getting to know each other on the sidelines, and Chang just threw that ball. I mean, it was very high.
And Hewley's just done a terrific job all night of covering the receiver, whatever receiver he's been on. He's just a really athletic guy. You know, in high school, he won the national long jump. He was the national long jump champ. He jumped for 20 feet, 24 feet and 10 inches, and that was the longest jump in high school.
2nd down and 15 from their own 46-yard line. 8 minutes and 44 seconds remaining to be played in the game. Hawaii leading 28-22. Chang, sideline pattern, that's complete to Owens, one-on-one. Owens to the 40-yard line, out of bounds, close to the first down, and we have penalty flags out of bounds. And Owens is not getting up. Could be a personal foul, but we don't know. Concern now for Chad Owens. Remember, early we said, how long can he keep going? I mean, he runs with such reckless abandon. And concern now for Chad Owens.
Well, again, Timmy Chang had all day to throw the ball. Kept looking downfield. Nothing opened up, so he dumped it off to Chad Owens. And Chad Owens, just trying to get the first down for his team, goes out of bounds, and I believe he got hit late.
Take another gander here. As Chang throws to Owens, he has it, one-on-one.
After the play was over, personal foul.
Goes out of bounds. There's the late hit. There's the late hit. Quincy Skinner. Quincy Skinner really did hit him late. This is not good at all.
No, and it hit him in a really bad place, right in the back of the neck.
So a 15-yard penalty, and Owens is still down. Crowd reacting now to the replay on the stadium, and the boos really start coming here. I mean, in everybody's mind, that was not a good play at all. That was a rather cheap shot. Skinner saying, you know, I don't know. I mean, Skinner's not going to say he planned it. I don't think he did. but he was clearly out of bounds when he hit Owens. So Chad Owens on his feet, starting to come back across the field.
And nice to see his teammates coming over there to show a little support and love for him.
Owens was able to get out just short of the 40-yard line, and then at the spot the 15-yard penalty was added, and so it is now first down for Hawaii, and they have it at the 27-yard line of Florida Atlantic. Hawaii without Chad Owens now in the lineup. They come out with triple wide receiver to the far side. Jason Ferguson into the game for the first time. Ferguson, a speed demon at only 5'5". Chang throws for the end zone. Some pushing and shoving going on. Could be an interception, but the ball falls out. Boy, they were really tangled up deep. That pass intended for Rivers, Tahim Acevedo. They could take each other to dinner following tonight's game.
Yeah, they've been all over each other all night. And Timmy Chang again, he has all day. They rush 5 guys. Good protection by the offensive line. He throws it up in the air, and it's a jump ball.
Acevedo had a chance for an interception. Ball going off his knee. Jason Ferguson out of Fairfax High School in Los Angeles, 5'5", 157-pound freshman number 21, flanked out to the left. Chang looking, still looking. Now throws, and he throws it into double coverage. That was intended for Komine. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Excellent coverage by Florida Atlantic.
And one of the first times that I've seen Chang flushed out of the pocket tonight. So the defense coming up big for Florida.
Tim Chang talking now to June Jones. You see Owens trying to flex and try to get back into this game possibly, but we don't know because he really took a hit. Once you go out of bounds, you tend to relax. And Skinner came over and belted him. 3rd down and 10. Chang looking in trouble. Now Chang throws a leaping catch, but unable, or attempt I should say, unable to hold it on is Rivers. So Rivers goes down. Another pass thrown into coverage. Josh Pinnock giving the pressure to Tim Chang, and Cameron Rogers covering on the play. See the leaping attempt. Good coverage by Cameron Rogers. That'll bring a 4th down for Hawaii. The ball is on the 27-yard line of Florida Atlantic. You have to go to the 17, of course, for the first down. 4th and 10. 8:14 left. Big play if Hawaii wants to keep this alive without turning the ball over. Ball is given up the middle. With it is Brewster trying to get outside. He's in trouble, and he does not get close. So the Warriors turn it over to Florida Atlantic, and Florida Atlantic, remember, trailing by only 6 in the 4th quarter. Let's go down to Russell Yamanoha.
The Hawaii training staff working on Chad Owens during that last few plays. They worked on his back, gave him a little bit of a massage, and he's trying to work it out. He was hopping here along the sidelines, but right now they still don't know if he'll be able to get back in there.
Okay, thanks, Russ.
You know, on that last play, Jim, they ran a running play instead of kicking the field goal. I got to think that Ayat's sore groin had a lot to do with the decision there not to attempt a field goal.
Earlier in the week, June Jones said that if his groin injury is such that he cannot kick long, they will go for it, and they tried it that time. Allen throws up the sideline, knocked away by Elamimian. Ball was intended for Roosevelt Bynes. Here in the 4th period now, Florida Atlantic likes to go to Roosevelt Bynes because of his ability to speed up the sideline and separate from the defenders, especially with the clock starting to tick down into the crucial moments of this game. 8:03 left. We'll see if they go to Bynes even more. Of course, the second option, I should say, is Anthony Chrissinger-Hill. They've gone to him all night long. There you see Bynes. Taylor is flanked out to the near side. Bynes to the far side. Splitbacks behind Allen. Allen pump faking, throws. It is incomplete. Threw it over the intended receiver, Anthony Chrissinger-Hill. He was double covered. You can credit hustle on that play to Ikaika Kernan, flying out from his middle linebacker position. Patton was there along with Broadway in double coverage. 3rd down and 10 for Florida Atlantic as you look at the fields just behind Coach June Jones.
Hey, you know, while I was researching for this game, Jim, I was watching tape and reading up, and when I found out that FAU liked to go to their tight ends so much, I recalled the game against San Jose State where Hawaii's defense struggled mightily against their tight ends.
3rd down and 10. Big play here, and the crowd knows it. All on the 23. Allen throws. It is juggled, caught. One tackle is broken, and a 1st down will be recorded. With it is Anthony Jackson. He got away from Ikaika Kernan and was able to get out over the 30-yard line to the 33. That should be enough for a 1st down. In fact, they put it on the 34. There you see the miss by Kernan. Finally coming over and making the stop is Kila Kamakabiba Ole. 1st down for Florida Atlantic. Hawaii trying to hold on to a 6-point lead here. 1st down at the 35. Ball is given on a delay. With it is Jackson. And Jackson runs into the green shirts right away. Abraham Elimimian playing in the middle that time, coming up and forcing the action. Elimimian is something. Elimimian out of Los Angeles.
Terrific play by Abraham that time. Hawaii went with a 1-deep defense, loaded up the line of scrimmage with players, and Florida didn't check out of it and ran right into a solid wall of green.
2nd down and 10. Ball at the 34. Taylor and Tellis are the wide receivers. In motion, Chrissinger-Hill. Allen back to pass. Chase out of the pocket. Allen is spun down as he crosses the 35 to the 36-yard line. Milila Purcell got him.
Mel Purcell just having a terrific game tonight. Just never stops. Got a great motor, always moving. And that time, Allen just scrambling, nowhere to go. Comes upfield, and Mel Purcell right there for a tackle.
Danson Darius comes into the game, replacing Chrissinger-Hill. 3rd down, 8. Florida Atlantic was able to convert on the last 3rd down play. In motion back toward the middle is Taylor. Allen back to pass, throws over the middle. That is incomplete. It was thrown behind Taylor. Now that will bring up 4th down, and Florida Atlantic will have to punt it away. So credit the defense for Hawaii, and Chad Owens has come back onto the field. There you see him there.
And we talked earlier, Jim, I just mentioned about how Hawaii struggled against San Jose State last year with their tight ends, how successfully they used their tight ends. And do you remember after the game how lucky we felt that Hawaii came away with the win?
That game ended close to the goal line with San Jose State simply running out of time. Owens is deep. Mike Brown back to punt. 4th down, the line of scrimmage being the 34-yard line. Owens, remember, runs with reckless abandon. Here comes the punt. No fair catch. He never does. Takes it at the 30. Owens trying to get outside and angles to the 31. I said he took it at the 30, took it at the 20. 44-yard punt, 11-yard return for Owens. Hawaii will have it offensively when we come back.
Brought his home loan frustrations to the job site. Fortunately, Washington Mutual's thoughtful approach got Rick his loan, and that inspired Rick to lighten up.
Oops! Oh, bullseye! Lunchtime! Hey, guys!
Here's to Rick.
Who's next?
Fun guy / new homeowner.
This year, Ford's Labor Day Subathon has something you've never seen before. A free Dell computer. That's right. Ford is giving you a Dell PC, flat screen monitor and printer, free with an 04 Explorer or Expedition. You'll also get $5,000 cash back or 0% for 5 years. It's Ford's Labor Day Subathon. There's never been anything like it, but only until September 6th. Get to your Ford dealer now and get an SUV and a free Dell PC while you can.
When Stan Ross got his 3,000th hit, he made history and he became Mr. 3000.
Bring the whole family to Mr. 3000 Shopping Center.
But 10 years later, his life changed.
3 of the hits don't count. What type of bull is that?
Now, I'm getting 3 more hits. The comeback begins.
What do you think, Grandpa?
Grandpa. Bernie Mac.
First week at bat was like his first week out of the womb. A whole lot of just flailing around.
Mr. 3000, rated PG-13.
Press 1.
.547 remaining to be played in this game. Hawaii, the favorite, and they were favored by double digits coming in. They lead by 6, 28-22. First down for Hawaii on their own 32-yard line. Tim Chang, forward wide receiver set. Brewster back with him. And as usual, he will throw. Crossing pattern, that's complete. With it is Rivers. Rivers short of the first down, advances the ball out to the 39-yard line. Tahim Acevedo there to make the tackle again for Florida Atlantic. Acevedo has been very busy in that secondary, as have his mates, Rogers and Hewley.
Boy, they have just done an unbelievable job of covering these receivers for Hawaii, and every pass is contested. Every pass, a defensive player is right there almost.
Second down, a long 2. 3 wide receivers to the top of your screen. And Chang looking. That is complete. Rolled down is Owens. He has the first down. Out to the 44-yard line. Well, Doug, now I see a difference in the pass patterns of Hawaii. Hawaii was throwing deep, trying to force it deep, especially to Rivers and to Owens deep. Now they've gone to a shorter passing game, and because of that, it may loosen up the deeper patterns later on. What is on Hawaii's side here is the clock, and they are using the clock with these short pass patterns.
Absolutely, and the clock is going to become Florida's worst enemy because they like to run and play action. They're going to be forced to pass once they get the ball.
And let's see, whistles blow again. Could be delay of game. That would be the second time that Hawaii has been called here in the fourth period.
Delay of game, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So that delay of game penalty moves it back to first down and 15. The ball at the 39-yard line. So Hawaii in this offense, the spread, and they do that. Come out with 3 wide receivers to the right, and Rivers is to the left. First and 15. Shovel pass. Brewster is really getting, I mean, Brewster is like catching the ball, turning, and all of a sudden he runs into a steamroller. William Gray was there again.
Willie Gray stunts in from his defensive end position and just runs right into the plate. He didn't do that on purpose. He just that was a pass rush, and he ran right into the play. And unfortunate for Hawaii.
The clock is ticking. 3:42 left to play. Hawaii to the line, second down and 17. Ball at their 37. Second down, long yardage. Ball is thrown incomplete. That pass was thrown wide of Gerald Welch. And that will bring up third down now for Hawaii.
You know, this is a tight game. There are a lot of emotions out there, but you gotta. I feel for these Florida guys because you know that in the back of their minds or in the front of their minds, the people back home, they're thinking about them. They come to the sideline. What's going on at home? What's happening?
Amazing scenarios whirling about this game. 3rd down and 17. Big play for Hawaii. The ball is thrown, and that is complete. And with it is Rivers, and Rivers goes down. That will bring up 4th down and 10, and Hawaii will have to give the ball back with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left. And Florida Atlantic with Anthony Chrissinger Hill. Florida Atlantic with Larry Taylor. Florida Atlantic with the ability to throw to number 17, and that is Bynes. This is perfect for Bynes now in his speed. Timeout has been called. We'll take this break. Hawaii leading 28-22. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left to play in this game. And Hawaii will give the ball back to Florida Atlantic with a golden opportunity to win it. Brittany Tellis is deep, standing inside the 20. Milne, last 2 punts have been 22 yards and 35 yards. He's got to root this. Another wobbler. Tellis takes it up on the 26-yard line. Dancing, looking, dancing, in trouble. Down he goes at the 26. Good coverage by Hawaii special teams. We have a penalty flag. And we'll see just exactly what this is. Clock down to 3 minutes and 4 seconds. And we'll see. Hawaii maybe with a false start.
Illegal formation, offense, only 6 men on the line of scrimmage, 5-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
So Hawaii called, this is the 2nd time that they have been called for an illegal formation, and the first time with the punt, and you see the official there explaining it to June Jones, but apparently Howard Schnellenberger wants Hawaii to kick it again so he can get even better field position.
Well, I'll tell you what's happening. The long snapper, Bryce Rung, he's snapping it low. Milne is having to go down to his ankles to catch the snap and come up and make the punt.
3 minutes and 4 seconds. Howard Schnellenberger knows, with all of his experience in coaching football, that's just enough time. That's just enough time. So Milne will be back, trying to punt it again, and again he's got to root it. Line of scrimmage back at his own 39 now. 4th down. This is better. Tellis goes back, drifts back inside the 15, takes it on the 10. Tellis trying to get to the end. We have a penalty flag as he gets around the end of the near sideline, steps out of bounds at about the 22. But there's got to be a penalty, I think, for blocking in the back. 47-yard punt and a 12-yard return.
And there are 2 flags on the field. One was thrown down by where the blocking was going on, and one was thrown back here by the kicker, Milne.
Now you see Howard Schnellenberger going over to his offense, and he's going to talk to them, and at the same time he's going to look out and see just exactly what the penalty flags are with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left to play in the game. Hawaii is going to have to hold on for victory here. So this Florida Atlantic about to blossom, I think, as they're only 4 years into intercollegiate competition. They are going to boost themselves up to Division 1A. Now they're going into the Sun Belt Conference. So the official is explaining things to Howard Schnellenberger, and he's taking his time in doing so. But we have received exactly no information as to what the call is. Schnellenberger appears to be satisfied. June Jones is perplexed.
On the return, illegal block in the back by the return team. Illegal block below the waist, kicking team. Both fouls will be enforced, and it will offset. Repeat 4th down.
This is the 3rd time that Milne is going to punt.
Well, and I talked about how the snapping has affected the Milne's ability to catch the ball and kick it. On that last punt, he booted it, and the snap was a little higher, right in his hands, right at about his knees. And his Gronky's got to do it again. I'm sorry, Bryce Runge. Get a nice snap back there. That's what he's here for. He's got a full scholarship to snap the ball, and he's got to get it back there right where the punter wants it.
So Tellis, again, with potential. And Mill knows he's got to root it, get it up there, so it takes time to come down and let his pursuers get down into the area where Tellis is going to receive the punt. June Jones is backing up all the way down where Tellis is, and he wants to talk to the official. He's not getting in the ear. Waiting for the snap. 2:49 left. Hawaii leads by 6. Third time the charm. Not a bad punt. Tellis waiting. Takes it on the 18. Tellis starts up the far sideline. Gets a hole out over the 30 to the 36-yard line. 2:37 left. 42-yard punt, 17-yard return. So this game now comes down to this. Florida Atlantic with a chance. Very solid field position. And the Hawaii defense being called to hold them off.
And it's gut check time, Jim. The defense for Florida Atlantic did their job, gave the ball back to their offense with time to go down and score. And Hawaii's defense has got to stout up, got to suck it up and make some plays.
Florida Atlantic must score a touchdown. All in the 36. From the shotgun. Allen with Sanchez and Parker back with him. Allen with time. Now Chase out of the pocket. Throws incomplete. He wanted Parker on a short, almost semi-screen to the far side. Excellent pursuit that time and pressure by Purcell, the defensive end. Second down and 10 from the 36-yard line.
And the emotions are so high. The whistle is being blown, and the receivers and defensive backs are shoving and pushing each other well after the play is over.
Remember, remembering too that Hawaii has intercepted 3 passes tonight, 2 by Ilomimian and 1 by Peters. Second down and 10. Kissinger Hill, and he stopped almost immediately after a very short game. Abraham Ilomimian trailing him across the middle, and Ilomimian able to eliminate any kind of forward progress after the ball was caught. It was a gain there of about 3 yards. It is now third down and 7. 2:06, 2:05, clock ticking away. Big play here. Allen steps up, throws. That is complete. With it is Parker with running room. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Now they say he went out at the 46. That is very close to the first down. It may be a first down. That stops the clock with 1 minute and 50 seconds left to play in the game.
And Allen gets the ball. He gets flushed out of the pocket, goes right, turns around, makes a nice, beautiful pass to number 5, Doug Parker, who runs out of bounds, kills the clock, and gets the first down for his team.
Tanamatsamoy coming all the way across the field to chase him down. That's enough. It should be enough for the first down. They may measure. I believe it is. And the umpire is down. The umpire has been injured. So we'll see this measurement and then back to the umpire. The umpire is Steve Kohler, I should say, Steve Kohler. And it is a first down for Florida Atlantic. Kohler is the umpire, and the umpire in the officiating crew is stationed right behind the defensive line. A lot of traffic comes his way, and so he was injured on that last play. We'll take another look, and he gets hit from the back, and down he goes. I mean, and you see that Kissinger Hill, along with I believe it was Watson Ho'ohuli across the way.
Watson Ho'ohuli doing some job of defending him, huh? But that's what you got to do. The guy comes across the middle, and you got to make him think about it.
The umpire's remembering his old playing days. You know, it didn't feel so good, but yet it felt really good. First down for Florida Atlantic. 1:50 left. They trail by 6. They have moved the ball to their own 46-yard line. Allen again to throw. Does so. That is complete. Coming back for it was Bynes. And that's another first down. And it is now in Hawaii territory. The ball is at the 42-yard line.
Well, and like you said, Jim, Bynes, he's their go-to guy in the fourth quarter. He's a big play receiver.
So the ball is now resting on the Hawaii 42, 1:44 left. Florida Atlantic moving the ball. Ball is given up the middle, and with it is Sanchez. Big hole inside the 35, all the way to the 30-yard line. A gain on the play of 12, another first down. And the clock is stopped as they move the chains. 1 minute and 31 seconds. And everybody in the stadium comes a little bit closer to the front of their seats, peering in at the action here. Florida Atlantic trying to pull it out, trying to steal the victory. Clock ticking away. Allen back to pass. Flag is thrown. Action stopped. And we'll see. Roosevelt Bynes may have moved. He could have had a false start. And that'll move it back to the 35-yard line and make it 1st and 15.
Before the snap, full start, offense, number 17, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And I believe that's the second time he's done that
Clock
in this
operator,
game.
please reset the clock to 1:34. Thank you.
The clock is going to be reset to 1 minute 34 seconds. It was at 1:22. I do not believe that 12 seconds ran off the clock. But that's what it's going to be, 1 minute and 34 seconds. Florida Atlantic with a golden opportunity here. Allen at quarterback with the I formation behind him, Sanchez and Parker. Allen throws. That is complete to Taylor. Taylor trying to get outside. He's whacked down. Great play by Lamar Broadway. And another penalty flag flies. Broadway coming from that secondary, and we'll see what the call is. The flag flew at the conclusion of the play.
And it looked like Abraham Elamimian might have got into the shoving match with Christinger Hill.
It is going to be against Florida Atlantic. So we'll wait for the official. Dan Romeo. Dan, before he lets us know, he runs it through a lot of people. 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining. Now the referee is going to talk to official in the backfield. June Jones has come out onto the field. This is taking much too long, especially when you consider that it's coming down to the frantic ending of this game, and the officials seem uncertain. That's not good. But they want to get it right.
Holding, offense, number 84. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
So holding called on Christinger Hill. That's a big penalty. That moves the ball back to the 43-yard line with 1 minute and 23 seconds left to play in the game. So high drama here at the end of the opening game of the 2004 season. Florida Atlantic with a chance to pull it out, with a chance to steal it, with a chance to celebrate all across the Pacific and the continent. Allen back to pass, throw, sideline pattern. That is complete, and stepping out of bounds with it is Parker. That gets inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. 1 minute and 11 seconds left. It'll bring up second long yardage, second down and 18 for Florida Atlantic. As you look at Parker.
Boy, and a good pressure, terrific pressure by the true freshman, Keala Watson that time. A pair of fresh legs in there, gets some pressure on the quarterback, hits him as he's releasing the ball.
Second down, 18. Bynes is to the far side. Taylor to the near side. 4 wide receivers, the exact same as the Hawaii offense. Allen in trouble. Allen is blocked down from behind as he gets to the 36-yard line. That will bring up third down, long yardage. Excellent job by the Hawaii secondary to bottle up the receivers. And Keala Watson made the stop, the freshman. Less than a minute to play. The clock ticking. Still ticking. Third down. Florida Atlantic has at least 2 more plays. Allen, 3-man pattern, now 4-man pattern. Allen in trouble. Allen now lays it off, and with it is Parker. Parker is escorted out of bounds, short of the 30-yard line. That will bring up fourth down and about 11. With 30 seconds left to play in the game.
And terrific coverage by Hawaii's defensive backs. Nobody open. Allen had to dump it off to his running back, who had no chance of making the first down.
Tellis comes into the game. Tellis comes in at wide receiver. Sanchez and Parker leave. Calling a timeout is Allen. 30 seconds left.
Florida Atlantic, second charge timeout of the half.
And this is the game right here, Jim. So you see Florida, they pull their running backs out. They're going to go on a pass pattern. Everybody down there.
So conferences on both sides of the field. Hawaii secondary coaches are out talking to the defense. And Howard Schnellenberger and his coaching staff talking to their offense.
And here's the dilemma for Hawaii's defensive coaches, or for June Jones. Do you blitz and pressure the quarterback, or do you put more guys back in the zone to cover the routes?
Good question. Good question.
And that's why Jones gets paid the money that he does, because those decisions are his and his alone.
June Jones standing rather aloof now by himself, letting his assistant coaches handle the defense. 30 seconds left. Hawaii trying to hold on for this victory. Florida Atlantic has given them everything they've wanted. Florida Atlantic led at halftime in total offense. And Florida Atlantic under Howard Schnellenberger, as we mentioned before, coming all the way from the state of Florida, right now being battered by Hurricane Francis. And yet here we are, fourth down. 11 yards to go. Emotion is Tellis. Allen looking for the end zone, throwing for the end zone. Christopher Hill, touchdown! Florida Atlantic. What a catch! What a catch! You talk about clutch. Chrissinger Hill deep in the end zone. That ball was passed perfectly. And he had done it all game long. All game long. And a penalty flag has been thrown for celebrating in the end zone for Florida Atlantic. Watch this. He catches it behind Broadway. And Peters is late coming over. 14 catches, 171 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And it is tied at 28. So Chrissinger Hill went way behind the end zone, up into the tunnel, and then when he came back, he started to celebrate a little bit too much. He's still celebrating with part of the crowd.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 84, after the score. The penalty will be enforced on the try.
That means it will not be just a routine extra point. They will move it back. And this game is with the foot of Mark Myers. But you knew with 3 minutes left and Hawaii could not keep the drive going. It was enough time for Florida Atlantic to come back and steal it. And they have come back with an excellent touchdown pass on fourth down and long yardage.
When we talked about the decisions the coaches had to make,
Correction.
they decided
the penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
They decided to go with a 4-man rush and drop 7 guys back into the zone. And the defender was there. It was just a terrific play by the Florida Atlantic tandem of Allen and Kissinger Hill.
Biggest victory in the history of Florida Atlantic. 23 seconds left. Florida Atlantic can take the lead 29-28. Myers will kick, and he has been perfect. Myers was 48 for 49 last year. Kicks it. It's blocked! Unbelievably, it's blocked! It's kicked around, and Hawaii will have it. Penalty flag has been thrown. Tony Akpan credited with blocking it. Akpan, the Nigerian.
Illegally kicking the ball. Kicking team number 11. The penalty is declined. There is no score.
Danny Embrick in scrambling for the ball following the block. Kicked it illegally. And we are tied at 28. How about that? And there you see Tony Akpan, number 90, putting up his arm and blocking what would have been, for all intents and purposes, the winning point in this game.
And a good job by Akpan. He's 6'7". He's an ex-basketball player. He got up there. But also, the kicker, Mark Myers, kicked a low ball. When you're over there on the PAT, you've got to get it up immediately, like a wedge in golf. You got to get it high. There should be no way that a defensive line could get up and block a PAT.
Second career block for Tony Akpan. Akpan from Nigeria. Akpan, in his village, went out and hunted lions. He's probably the only one in the NCAA that can claim that. He came to the University of Hawaii as a basketball player, switched to football, although he has never played the game in Nigeria, maybe never even had heard of it. We are tied at 28 with 23 seconds left. Ross Dickerson is deep for Hawaii. The penalty, remember the celebrating in the end zone by Anthony Kissinger Hill? Well, they are going to assess that right now. And instead of kicking off from the 35-yard line, they will kick off from their own 20. 23 seconds left. That could be enough time for Hawaii to strike through the air.
If there is a team that could score in 23 seconds, it is Hawaii with this offense of theirs and their receivers.
Otherwise, we will go into overtime. There you see Dickerson. Myers will kick off. Dickerson comes up, takes it on his own 15-yard line. Wedge forms in front of him. Dickerson looking for the hole, out over the 40. Dickerson all the way to the 45-yard line. Hawaii with excellent field position. 16 seconds left to play in the game. Time for maybe 2 plays, maybe. Derek Zach on the special teams made the tackle for Florida Atlantic. So now it comes down to this.
And now Schnellenberger is faced with the same choice Jones had in the last series. Does he blitz and pressure, or does he drop back in his zone? And I think he's going to drop back in his zone.
Chang, 37 for 59, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, 16 seconds left. Florida Atlantic will rush only 3. Chang back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Now throws it low. Coming back for it was Komine. Not a good throw that time by Chang. Clock stopped, 11 seconds left. Coming up, Gimpy is William Gray. Gray way back at the 25-yard line, and he goes down, and they're going to have to tend to him off the Florida Atlantic bench.
And that time Talavera was manned up with Gray and did an excellent job of blocking him. He was pass blocking him 30 yards away from the quarterback and didn't stop even after the ball was thrown.
Perhaps a cramp. So William Gray, who has played his heart out tonight for Florida Atlantic, having trouble getting off the field because of that cramp. And that is very painful, very painful. 11 seconds left. Tim Chang over talking to June Jones. Chang with 2 touchdowns, 295 yards in tonight's game. And this game may not be over. We could be on the verge of overtime against Florida Atlantic.
And Hawaii still has a timeout left, so if they could get in field goal range with this next play, they can call a timeout and take a shot at it with a long pass or a field goal.
But remember, we've seen Hawaii in field goal range and not elect to go for it. Perhaps the injury to Ayat. Chang throws long. Double coverage. Incomplete, intended for Komine. No chance. 4 seconds left. Acevedo and Gordon covering on the play. So Hawaii down to 1 play now. 4 seconds left. Florida Atlantic will put everybody back, and it will be a hotel lobby in the end zone. That's for sure, down near it, as we're 4 seconds away from overtime. Here comes Hawaii with Rivers to the far side and Dickerson to the near side. Owens and also Welch bunched up on the near side. Chang to win the game. Almost intercepted. We are in overtime. 28-28 at the end of regulation. So now each team will have an opportunity.
That is the end of regulation time. We will now play an overtime series.
Each team will begin, and we'll see how this works out. Hawaii's their last game here in the Hawaii Bowl, triple overtime against the University of Houston. And they were able to win that. That was triple overtime. So it may come down to field goals, and if Ayat's injury prevents him from kicking it, Hawaii is at a decided disadvantage at the start of overtime.
Well, they do have another kicker in Nolan Miranda. He's been doing the kickoff duties. So if it comes down to where they need to kick a field goal and they don't feel like Ayat has the leg to do it because of his groin injury, Miranda is an option.
So Anthony Chrissinger-Hill will have another opportunity, that's for sure. He'll be back on the field driving the defense of Hawaii to all kinds of distractions as you look at the quarterback Jared Allen. Hawaii led throughout this game, but Florida Atlantic hung around, and finally when Hawaii sputtered in their offense with about 3 minutes left, 3 minutes 42 seconds left, they had to give it up to Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic came down. They were faced with the final plays as they were running out of time and yardage, and the touchdown pass to Chrissinger-Hill. We'll be able to look at that here. There you see Chrissinger-Hill, number 84. He's picked up by Lamar Broadway, looks back for the ball, goes into the end zone, and catches it. And then the block by Tony Akman with the score tied at 28 for the win. And Akman able to get his hand up and block the ball. So the Nigerian comes through for the University of Hawaii.
Touchdown to Chrissinger-Hill. Broadway was there. Allen threw the ball, and Chrissinger-Hill just had to turn around and make a play for it. Broadway just had, he was in good coverage. Chrissinger-Hill made an excellent play for the ball and a nice throw again by Jared Allen.
Allen placed that ball. I mean, that was just an incredible play. Too much celebration, but that really amounted to nothing as Hawaii got good field position on the ensuing penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. He celebrated in the end zone, or he celebrated, in fact, going up into the tunnel. But Hawaii, again, unable to move the ball, and we find ourselves tied at 28 going into overtime. Hawaii's been able to win twice here in overtime, once against Fresno State a couple of years ago, and then against the University of Houston in the Hawaii Bowl triple overtime. So we may be here for a while. So Willeminian, the captain for Hawaii, will come out. And the tri-captains, led by the quarterback Allen, will come out for Florida Atlantic. Willeminian joined by Owens. And we'll see what transpires. Overtime to determine the winner of this opening game 2004. Hawaii wins the toss. And let's see, they probably will take the ball.
Oh, if I were Hawaii and I won the toss, I think I'd elect to defend, because then if you stop them from scoring, then you kind of know what you have to do.
Yeah, then that could be. We'll see. Talking about who's going to defend what here.
Hawaii has won the toss and elected to go on defense. Florida Atlantic will go first down from the 25 in this direction.
So in overtime, all the rules are the same. You have 10 yards for a first down. You start on the 25 and you either make a touchdown or you kick a field goal, or you do neither. And then after that, then the other team gets the ball on the 25 again.
So Florida Atlantic will have the first opportunity offensively. Ball is placed on the 25. We are tied at 28. First overtime period about to commence. I don't know. If I had a vaunted offense, I just want to put the pressure on the other team. But I can see the point of going on defense and knowing exactly what you have to do. Taylor and Vines are the wide receivers. And the tight end, Kissinger Hill, lines up to the right. Ball is given up the middle, big hole inside the 20. All the way to the 17-yard line is Doug Parker. So Doug Parker, who has played a tremendous game, 18 carries, 80 yards. Moves it inside the 20 to the 19, second down and about 3. Florida Atlantic has come a long way, and you know they're thinking, we have come all this way and we have a chance here. I mean, that is really driving them. Allen rolling out of the pocket, looking into the end zone, throws into the end zone. That is incomplete. That was intended for Larry Taylor. And that will bring up third down and 3 yards to go. Mark Myers, the field goal kicker, no doubt getting ready on the sidelines for, in case he's needed, for Florida Atlantic. Third down and 3. So another big play. We're in overtime, tied at 28. Doug Parker is the tailback. Allen hit as he throws. It is complete. to that man again, Chrisinger Hill. Chrisinger Hill is driving Hawaii crazy. Crazy. That's enough for a first down inside the 10-yard line. The ball was not thrown well. It wobbled out of the hands of Allen, but Chrisinger Hill, he doesn't mind. He was right there to make the catch.
You know, and when he released off the line, nobody harassed him. He had a free release, cut across field, and the defender was behind him. Couldn't do anything about it. The ball was thrown in front of him. Ran and made a nice catch.
15 receptions, 182 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Chrisinger Hill. Bynes is flanked to the far side. Taylor to the near side. Sanchez and Parker in the I formation. First down goal to go from the 7. First overtime period tied at 28. It is given to Parker. Parker turns the corner. Parker scores. Did he get in? Yes. Touchdown for Florida Atlantic. So now Hawaii must answer back. And for the first time, Florida Atlantic leads in this game.
And there you see it's just a sweep, lineman in front, and number 17 Roosevelt Bynes does a terrific job of, or excuse me, number 9 Larry Taylor does an excellent job of blocking the corner out there, keeping him in the end zone and making some room for his running back to get in there.
Myers will try the point after. It is 34-28 Florida Atlantic. Myers kicks it, and it is perfect. So it is now 35-28 Florida Atlantic. They score first in overtime. And Hawaii is now in a do or die situation, as they will put the ball in play at the 25-yard line. So now Timmy Chang has to be accurate and effective. And Hawaii just simply has to score. They cannot go for the field goal.
Yeah, and in this situation, there isn't another quarterback that June Jones would rather have with the ball in his hands than Timmy Chang. It's his last year. He's a senior. He's on his way to hopefully break the NCAA record. And he's got to step up here and make something happen.
37 for 62 in this game. 295 yards and 2 touchdowns. First down from the 25-yard line. Chang, 4-man pattern, looking. Chang running out of the pocket, still looking, now throws. It is incomplete. It was thrown wide and low, intended for Rivers in the end zone. Second down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic with every play that in which Hawaii is not successful. Boy, you can see the adrenaline pumping now. What a tremendous victory this would be for Florida Atlantic, coming all the way from the state of Florida, from Boca Raton. Bad weather, hurricane force winds, coming to Hawaii and winning. They lead 35-28. Chang throws. It is incomplete. It was intended for Komine. That'll bring up third down and 10. Good pressure from the edge that time by Florida Atlantic. And Timmy Chang starting to run out of plays.
And number 46, Chris Laskowski, came off the end there and applied some pressure. Came off unblocked and right in Timmy Chang's face when he threw that ball.
So now Timmy Chang, the senior, 295 yards in passing. Needs a first down or a touchdown. Triple wide receiver to the bottom of your screen. Big play to say the least. Chang throws. That is complete to Welch. Welch is short of the first down. Only gets it inside the 20. So Hawaii is now faced on this fourth down, do or die play. They stay in overtime, they stay in the game, or they lose it. It comes down to this play. Willie Hewley made the stop on Welch. It comes down to this play. Either a first down or a touchdown. The only two options. You fail in either, you lose. We'll let you watch. incomplete. Florida Atlantic comes from behind. In the final minutes of regulation, they tie it at 28, and they win it in the first overtime period, 35-28. Jubilation, to say the least, for Florida Atlantic. Never has a team come so far to defeat Hawaii on their home field. This is the biggest victory in the history of this 4-year-old program. And Howard Schnellenberger will go across the field, and he will shake hands with June Jones. And June Jones knows that his team suffered an opening loss that they weren't supposed to suffer. Tonight's Bank of Hawaii most valuable players are Anthony Chrissinger Hill. He was more than fabulous for Florida Atlantic, and Chad Owens for the University of Hawaii. The most valuable players are sponsored by the by the Bank of Hawaii. So it is a loss for Hawaii in the opening game of the season, 35-28. Anthony Chrissinger Hill. What a performance tonight. Time now for the Red Star Moment, sponsored by Heineken. And this is the touchdown with time running out and downs running out. Allen throws into the end zone, and Chrissinger Hill makes the catch as Lamar Broadway does not turn around defensively. This is a disappointing loss to the University of Hawaii, to say the least. But what a victory for Florida Atlantic, winning it in overtime, so many miles away from home. And so now they can really take their minds and start to concentrate on home. So that'll do it for the University of Hawaii. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hawaii loses to Florida Atlantic. Biggest victory in the history of the Florida Atlantic program. And Hawaii now will take will take next week off before they go on the road against another team named the Owls. For Russell Yamanoha, for Doug Violetti, I'm Jim Leahy. Good night, everybody, from Aloha Stadium.